There. Um, if the other four of you wouldn't mind, I'd like to do a real quick jam with Ford and Ty. Kind of putting together the characters' more recent history, because it turned out that both Eve and Nick were hired from the same mercenaries ship, so they actually knew each other before even coming onto the Raza.
Yeah, sounds
So,
cool.
if Ty and Ford are ready to be put into the spotlight, why don't we start with one of you giving us all a
Right.
quick description of your character?
Sure thing. It's not so. I put less thought into the thought. I caught up on the appearance. I got caught up on so many other details. It's the first time this has happened actually. Eve is early 20s, early to mid 20s, covered in tattoos, always seemingly a little bit sort of jittery, which potentially isn't what you want from security.
They're used to it.
And always,
Believe me.
Like I said, sounds like security to me.
always very sort of bouncy, usually upbeat, and you see them drawing and doodling a lot of the time, either on their arm or on scraps of paper, cardboard, whatever is around. Really light pink hair, clearly dyed and not done very well. And certainly needs to be redone soon. With scraps of jewelry, which seem to pretty much all be sort of homemade. Definitely all look unique. No sort of fancy gold or silver pieces around. Rather bits of like sentimental junk that have been formed into rings and such. And usually, despite the fact that they are security, wearing sort of overalls and very practical clothing that has again been altered and customized, person, pers- personalized. That's what I'm trying to think of. Yeah. That's all. And usually with a coffee in hand.
Okay. Ford.
You all know Nick, but Ty doesn't. So he he's about medium height, kind of skinny, but not like super slim. Um, he has black hair. He prefers to wear more of like a suit jacket and a button-up shirt. Um, and he has more of a like calm personality. Uh, doesn't really like to escalate things into fighting if he can. Prefers to more talk things out, and he is more talkative, which may not be well presented in me because I'm not very good at starting conversations. So, but more about the character. But he does carry a gun on him just in case. So he's not naive. And he seems to be late 20s.
All right.
Nice.
Perfect.
What kind of gun?
Laser pistol.
Good choice.
If you want to shoot something, you got to make sure it hits, you know?
Mhm.
All right. The both of you were on a ship together under Captain Albert Blazek. You had you'd been picked up at separate times. Um, And Ford, I'm assuming that Nick doesn't talk too much, if at all, about the Nox. Given some of the kind of uh, uh, difficult information that he knows he has. And also, Eve looks to him very much like, she does Ty or Eve prefer a they or a she pronoun?
She.
Okay,
is going with.
so from Nick's time on the Nox, he can identify some of the mannerisms, the accent, and physical adornment, attire of someone from the Nox. Doesn't necessarily mean that Eve is from the Nox, but there's enough there that he might suspect that. So am I correct in assuming that he wouldn't be talking about the Nox at all?
No, not really.
Okay.
As for now, he's trying to keep his head down because of his company problems.
Uh-huh.
I would go ahead and say it would be fairly obvious to anyone. Like, it's not a hard thing to realize that that's where she is from.
Yeah, the tattoos
especially with,
also.
like, patches and tattoos that would probably correlate to it.
Yeah.
Like patches on the overalls and tattoos on that would.
And if she ever cusses or has any of those native language outbursts, they're clearly junkyard or yardie.
Oh, and that would probably be fairly often.
Yep, it's like suddenly hearing an outburst in Cockney while you're in southern Texas.
Nice.
um, um, the ship that you were on was doing some trading back and forth and had basically just hired security for those times when they landed. There was no set plan in place for if they were attacked in space, except simply to have a good pilot, which they did have. They didn't know. They didn't know they had a better one on board, but they had a pilot that was good, and they trusted. And who did manage to keep them away from any trouble in space. Um, Nick and Eve did have an opportunity to show their chops in one confrontation where Albert did not want to accept the deal that the other party was offering, and wanted to back down, wanted to back out. Um, the sellers, or we'll go with the buyers, um, didn't want to accept that. They wanted to basically take what Albert had brought over to try and sell. So bloody conflict ensued. I leave it to you individually to decide if either of your characters actually ended up killing anybody in that conflict, but they did at least shoot at people. And so these two have been in combat together. After that is when Albert decided that he was gonna just kind of chill and take some time in the mercenaries form, and had kind of grown to like both Nick and Eve. So was a bit curt and basically telling them get off my ship after someone else had come around looking for security. He's actually the one that got the message and passed it along and told them, this is get out of here, go find work, stupid kids.
Get going before before I tell you. Like shooing away a dog. All right.
Yeah.
What was the name?
Albert Blazek. It was. I mean, these two, along with his other security, there's some bonding that happens when someone saves you.
Wow, I
Um,
spelled that last so wrong.
what's that?
That last name, I spelled it so wrong.
Oh. And here, the ship name. Stew. Last you heard, Albert was considering joining up with Colin Wayne and his fleet at the New Raza, but kind of felt like he had missed his opportunity and was gonna wait it out in the Swarm, see what other opportunities came around. Is there anything that Nick and Eve would know about each other after having spent, or anything in addition, after having spent, I think about 2 to 3 months for each of you is about the time frames I got?
Yeah, that sounds about right for Eve. Certain amount of character progression going to go on in session. However, a definite coffee addict and makes damn good coffee. Seemingly out of nothing most of the time. Though don't question what's in it.
Well, that thought was going through my mind.
Yeah, just don't ask. If anyone's seen the Blackadder, can definitely, you said we were in a fight, so can definitely handle themselves in a fight, although it doesn't seem to like to, and often has a way of talking a lot and somehow managing to drag information out of people just through constant not berating, but just
Badgering.
yeah, I guess badgering is probably the right word.
And are you finished?
Yeah, go ahead.
As for Nick, he is he's uncannily good. Is that a word? Uncannily?
It is now.
Uncannily
is.
good at convincing people of stuff, and he had more than once convinced others on the ship to give up his poker debts, and the many times he had gone for a lot and lost for a lot.
Oh, okay, so this is important. On your ship, did you play Space Dragon Poker or did you play Space Poker Dragon? It's very
Space
very
Poker
different
Dragon.
game. Okay, good. All right, cool.
All right,
Awesome.
good. We were going to shove you out the airlock if it was the other one.
Yeah, it's a real red flag for us,
Only slightly less offensive is if you played Dragon Space Poker.
We don't speak of that. How dare you bring that up to us? Anyway, all right. Sorry, I just had to make sure that you knew that we were still here.
And he would talk a lot about his time when he was working for when he was when he said he was doing real work, as he used to say.
Did he ever say who he was working for?
No.
Okay. All right, and as GM, I am tickled that we've gotten 2 new combat capables, in addition to 2 new facey faces, kind of facey faces, and the faces the most socially competent are now also your most combat competent.
Yeah, so when we screw up the talking bit, they can shoot them.
Okay, let's dive back in here.
I mean, really, when you mess up the talking bit, we can then switch sides.
Yeah, well,
If we can talk our way onto the other team. Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah, wait, this may not be good for us original members.
No, we're not with them. That's all. I'm sorry.
So, first a little bit of a record keeping. Xander, I think you were having Zoe do some trades in the second set of 3 days, right?
Yeah, we were selling the second half of the scrap.
The second half? I thought I let you sell all of the scrap in the first 3 days.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
you were doing the ship
'cause it
grade
was-
metals.
Oh, okay. Is that what we're selling?
Yeah.
Look, I knew we were selling something. I couldn't remember exactly what.
Yeah.
Did you? Speaking of, did you write down how much you'd gotten from the first bit?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys actually already dispersed it all, in fact.
Well, no, I was just making sure that
Yeah.
Xander had written it down. 'Cause
Gotcha.
I only wrote down mine.
Yeah. I as soon as you said it, I added it to my total. So.
Cool.
And since that was the stuff that we pulled directly, there was no prepay. There was no need to subtract out the. It was all profit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
That was pure profit right there.
Just a casual $1 million.
Yeah. You know.
So because Zoe is already spending a lot of time doing other things, let's go ahead and limit Zoe to the normal 1 trade per this shortened week.
Sure. So just the. Oh, that's what I was gonna look up. Quickly. Does anybody know how much it costs? How many points it costs to go from 2 to 3?
4.
4. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. My trade skill is 3 now. Just
Okay.
FYI.
Yay.
Sounds good. So she's trying to sell the ship grade metals.
I really learned a lot about this barter system. It's really improved my overall, trade situation.
That's certainly a good way.
I still haven't picked my feet though. So shh.
Your character sheet equipment list is also a mess.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Dex was complaining about it last time I spoke to him.
Yeah.
Look.
At
Yeah.
some point, I want to see what equipment is ready
I have
and
a-
stowed.
Look, I have a cred stick with 1.3 million credits on it. Who cares what the rest of my equipment is?
You
honestly.
really shouldn't put that on one cred stick. Charlie will steal it.
Yeah, fair enough. He won't be able to do anything with it though.
At what point have I stolen a cred stick from anyone?
That we
Actually,
can
Like,
prove?
yeah,
on the
like
ship?
multiple times.
That
In
we
the
can
party.
prove?
Oh, that we can prove none.
Yeah.
Nice.
And actually, it is a risk. Remember, cred sticks can be used by anybody. It's the cred cubes that are genetically locked.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you have your 1.3 million on a stick or a cube?
Don't worry about it. I'll talk to the GM about it later.
All right.
Operation Steal a Cred Stick as a go, I guess.
All right, but then you have to pay everybody on the ship.
Now, the GM's recollection is that Charlie hasn't actually stolen cred sticks except for that one initial locker, and I believe Knox had at that point kind of said that he was gonna be telling the party, and then the players were like, "Nah, don't worry about it." So it got a little bit confused meta in that instance.
So, I guess party-wise, you don't need to tell us if your character wouldn't tell us. If you feel your character would tell us these things, yeah, go ahead. If you feel your character wouldn't tell us these things, don't.
In both ways at that moment, it was more of a let's get out of here before we start splitting up loot.
Yeah.
You don't want to be caught in someone else's house with your pants down.
Especially if you've got their cred stick in your hand. You know what I'm saying? That's just an awkward
Yeah,
look.
exactly.
Yeah. I think it was all fine though. I don't really remember what happened. I just assumed that you added all the cred sticks to your thing.
I still have them individually split up in my inventory.
Yeah.
They're all
Why?
still there.
All right, just give me the numbers and I'll pass out the money if that's what you want to do. Otherwise, just add them to your fucking account because that seems complicated.
Okay.
Look,
That's what Knox likes, though. He likes having the different cred sticks in different amounts.
Do you?
They're for
Do you-
bribery.
All right, fine, sure, do that then. it doesn't really matter.
Look, we only care if the money is in excess of 10k.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
money-
it's not really
it-
worth doing the math.
It was in excess of 10k. I'll tell you that. It was like 36k.
And
Yes.
you're trying to keep this from us?
How
What the
dare you,
fuck?
sir?
On the other hand, this was prior to us setting up the whole agreement, so things have been dramatically
Fluid.
complicated by it.
Yeah, well, why would we do things simply when we can spend 3 episodes working out a complex reason?
It has been noted that I just don't know how to spend money in this game, so I don't know if this is ever going to get used anyways.
Yeah, no, I have that problem too. Because somebody won't let me buy a grav tank.
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm just saying
Jai.
we need to buy. At what point did I say no?
All right, let's I'm gonna secret roll for the trade, and Zoe's trade is 3, and Astronautic is also +3. What is the factor on those shipgrade medals?
They were a bit.
Scrolling, scrolling,
it's in the
hold,
stream
hold.
inventory.
Hold.
Hold.
Factor 210.
All right. At the end of 3 days, I will tell you
Let
what
me
that
know.
comes to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
For the next 2 days, I believe you guys have some sensory type stuff you're wanting to do. So we've got Nemesis on sensors.
Oh, yeah, that kind of sensory.
Yes.
I was like, what, are we going to drop some acid or something? Like, what the fuck's going on?
What are Giant Zoe doing in addition to Zoe's trading?
Oh. Well, let's see. What do I need to get done?
All right, how about Zoe?
Sorry.
It's fine. I'm just gonna move from one of you to the next until I've got the answers. Zoe?
Yeah, I'm doing the trading.
Okay. Anything else? Because she has a little bit of extra time if she's only doing one thing a trade.
She is also going to continue work on the ghost gun, I think, was the other thing. If she's got time, I mean.
Yeah, she does. There's the advantage of running just one trade in a cycle is that she has time to talk to Harry, to spend time with Harry in the hot tub, to work on the ghost gun, and also go back down to the planet.
I know that you guys want to give me shit about this, but look, that romance is over. Like, he's carrying a torch for my father. That makes it real weird.
Yeah, it did.
Yes. I don't think anyone's contesting that.
Nick. Sounds like Zoe is going back and forth. Actually, let me finish up with go back to Jai before I ask Nick and Eve. So Jai.
So I did want to poke around and see if I could find any of those drifters who had actually been to the surface before.
That's right. You had that on your list. Okay. Is Jai wanting to take any of the NPC or Charlie?
I actually was going to say ask Charlie if he wanted to take some of the new people and see if they could poke around to find someone like that. Because otherwise I was just going to try to collect this stuff for a ship's locker.
Okay.
And do my own research.
All right. So then it sounds like Charlie is being asked to play a bit of tour guide with Nick, at least because he's already been on the planet, and one other NPC who will just randomly pick Eve.
Yeah, totally random.
Very random.
I don't understand what you. He looked at his list of people that needed to go, and he randomly picked one. The fact that the list only had one person on it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
This is getting too philosophical at this point.
Oh, that's all we do in this
How
game.
random is it when there's one? How random is it when there's two or three? How random can it ever really
Sonic
be?
facts.
Well, I can say that the only true way for a human to make a random choice is if there is only one on the list to choose from.
Right.
I once got drunk in a bar and there was a dartboard on the list and a blindfold.
That just gets you in trouble.
Oh yeah. It was
But yeah, if you want me to go down with Charlie and the other and our two new players, I can. But I think this is probably a good time for them to.
Yeah, I actually, as GM, I agree. Jai can, maybe he can return to the ship and kind of be coordinating what Nemesis is doing and checking in on Zoe.
Yeah. I also mentioned the getting the stuff together for the ship's locker thing.
Yes, right. That's why I was looking over here.
Oh.
Hang on. Ship's locker.
So while everybody is down on the surface at some point, and Jai's up here, we're gonna have a little bit of a deep dive into the old memory pile,
Oh, are. Oh,
and maybe
right.
that'll help me figure out which of these feats to take.
Yeah, sure.
Assassin,
All right,
assassin.
Which
Oh.
one do you want?
Mine. How else am I
Alright.
gonna figure out which feat I'm gonna take?
Okay, that's understandable.
Well, let's
Let's
pick up a skill from someone else.
Assassin.
Alright.
We're gonna find out that I'm secretly an assassin. Come on, one time.
I like to imagine. Is that what Zoe's actually thinking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my bet is on body double, but
Yeah, or I've been genetically recombobulated with a fucking carrier pigeon. That's how I can find all these boxes.
no, that's what's well, actually, yeah, that's plausible.
What?
Yeah.
Look,
Alternatively,
Be right back.
alternative suggestion: Zoe isn't Zoe. She is in fact her own mother.
oh, I went back in time.
No, you're well, maybe.
Oh, I'm a
we don't-
clone of
we're
my
not sure.
mother.
Yeah, just genetically cloned over and over again.
Yeah.
A succession of Zoes with
Yeah.
different
Although-
names.
Although it makes it very weird, because that means that my father is my husband and my father, which.
Oh.
Not the weirdest thing we've dealt with.
No, I could see it
Yeah,
like.
no, I think that is the weirdest thing. What is weirder than father husband?
Uh,
I guess it depends on what part of the states you live in.
Oh.
So it doesn't have to be weird. If Melody,
Oh, see, now this is where he defends it because it is secretly what's been happening.
actually, no, what I was about to describe is just normal parenting and passing of genetic information through childbirth. Oh my god, I think I just discovered that everybody is their own mother and father.
yeah, like they're
I
half
mean,
each. Yeah, that's the
technically,
fucking point,
yeah.
Jack.
Welcome to Genetics
God
101.
damn it.
All right,
Amazing.
moving on. I am going to.
This is why we never get anything done.
I hope you guys are enjoying yourself so far. So
Now, if
planting.
we're talking only about mitochondria, Zoe is in
Oh
fact
my God.
her mother.
Planting
Oh my
the seed of Jesus, that metaphor. Okay, so given you guys the forewarning of what your characters are going to be doing, Charlie, Nick, and Eve, Jai has asked you guys to either go back down to the planet, stay on the planet, on the city, or go down to the planet for the first time. In Eve's case, join up with each other, Charlie, Nick, and Eve, and essentially find these. Charlie knows who they are, but the Unbound, the Drifters, as they're called according to Jai, and find any of them that might be willing to try and, or not try, but might be willing to admit they've gone down to the surface, or that they know how to get down to the surface. Did I relay that correctly, Lulu?
Yeah, and then see if you can either bring them on board. Well, bring them on board for a little trip down there if you can.
Okay. I'm gonna take the spotlight, the camera away from you. You're more than welcome to put any kind of in-game chatter that your characters are having in the in-game, or if it's out of character chatter, in discussion. While I put the spotlight on Zoe for a minute, just so you guys can coordinate if you want.
Mhm.
And Zoe, now did you say that she is doing this without anybody else on the ship with her, or was this specifically when there's somebody there that can watch over her?
Yeah, no, when Jai is there.
Okay, gotcha.
Since
Alright.
I'm mostly going to be on the ship through the next couple days anyway.
Cool.
Yeah, but everybody else is off doing whatever, so this is a good time to find out
All right.
how terrible I once truly was and still am.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
As an assassin, of course.
How
As an
great of
assassin.
an assassin I was,
No,
but how terrible a person I was.
well, we already know that. Now, keep in mind, if you encounter a representative of your darkest, most buried feelings and desires, do not deny them, because if you do, you will be forced to fight and possibly be consumed by them.
So if I see a mental image of me bludgeoning your head in with a wrench, I shouldn't go towards it? Is that what you're saying?
Now, if you see something like that, let me know, and I will up the dose of your anesthetic.
Oh, okay. So I shouldn't tell you about that. All right.
Okay. Let's see.
Definitely on the same page.
Yeah. I'll just
Clearly.
keep this. I'll just keep the cyanide on hand. Are you ready to go under?
Yes.
All right.
Land down under.
Dive, dive, dive. Prepare for
I'm on air
dive.
condition now. You should be down. Yeah. Ejecting. Should be down in 3, 2.
Oh God!
All right. Let's start up the QED then.
Let's be honest. It's more chainsaw-y than that.
Yeah.
Oh God. All
We're
right.
not actually sure how she's making that sound with her vocal cords, but it's another problem.
So let's take a quick look at Zoe's personality prompts.
So just to
Those
be
core traits.
Hold on. So just to be clear, enough time has passed that I'm at 0 system strain, right? Because I was at 2 at the end of the 3 days, and I assume at some point
Oh, yeah.
2 more days would have passed so that I'm at 0.
At the end of the 3 days.
The first 3 days I was at 2,
Okay. It's only been one more day since then.
so I'm at 1 system strain.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's good enough.
If you want, we can kind of put this on the 3rd day so that you'll have also lost that 1 extra point.
No, I can only do 1 at a time anyway, so 1 and 0 is basically the same.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Well, it's. I'll backtrack here. It actually isn't one and the same. Looking into your own memories, it's not just a D8.
Oh.
So that 1 could make a difference, and I think Jai experienced
yeah,
enough that he could have given her some heads up. I don't know if he would
Then
have.
yeah, I definitely want to wait. Then.
Yeah, I'd wait another day for rest if she's
Okay.
still got some strain.
Okay, so Zoe is spending the 2nd day doing other trading things and catching back up on where she's left the project over the last 3 days, and keeping all that running. And then on the 3rd day is when she's diving into her memories here.
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
So one of Zoe's core personality traits is that, or was, that she wants to be treated like everyone else.
Nope.
I don't
Yeah.
think current Zoe reflects that.
No.
Wrong.
Another one is that she dresses down in bland and understated fashion.
That's true.
Is it?
I mean, she mostly wears ship suit.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd give that to her.
Okay.
I'm just thinking of the pink suit, but I guess that's not really.
Look, just because it's pink doesn't mean that it's not like
Yeah.
fancy.
Yeah. I know that's
It
a
was
fair point.
pink and frilly.
It was a magical girl outfit.
It was fancy. However,
Alright.
that can be excused because at the time it really was the only armor available.
Yeah, it's literally all I had to wear.
All right. Another is has difficulty discerning magnitude of consequences. I feel like that has been very well represented.
Mm-hmm.
And values firm decisions.
Ooh,
I
don't think I've been doing. Yeah, I don't think I've been doing that one very well. Ugh.
Okay. I was actually going to lean entirely on you for that because I haven't been fully privy to all of your thoughts about her thoughts. So
Look, let's just say the one person who's willing to make firm decisions makes decisions she doesn't like. So
Hey.
but
what? Oh, was I talking about you?
but does
Oh, I
she
must
value
not
that
have.
those firm decisions were made even if she doesn't like them?
No.
Okay.
She's more interested in the decisions being good than being firm.
Okay. Well, you've got 2 out of the 4 available for you.
Yeah, I'm not a very good Zoe.
That's debatable.
Okay, I'm a great after memory Zoe. I'm not a very good before memory Zoe. Come on, assassin. Come on, assassin.
Give me a second here. Alright, we have not gone into Zoe at all, so there are no prompts pre-written. Let me...
Yep, this is the old first time Rooney.
It is. Okay. I see that Ty is BRB for a moment. Why don't we have some conversation between Zoe and Jai while I type this out? Obviously before he,
Okay.
knocked her out.
So, all right. So, planning council meeting.
I thought you wanted me to be like some sort of voice within her mind for a bit.
No, I don't
Through
think that's a
her
good idea.
Look,
Look,
hey, no, that's kind of sort of how they did it in the show. A little.
All
Sorta.
right. Some of us haven't seen the show, okay? So
Yeah,
maybe
spoilers.
less spoilers.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, planning council meeting. So these 2 new security people. Do you think we should give them a shout to become full members?
Didn't we have 3 new security people?
Yeah, but the other one's
Oh.
kind of forgettable.
That's true.
Considering I forgot that we had him, or her, or them.
I don't actually remember their name, so you're probably right.
The point is proven.
Yeah. Well, yes, I suppose we could. I do have something for Charlie to do down on the surface regarding. Well, it's my suspicion that there have been at least some drifters, some people at the fringes of their society who have been down to the surface for scavenging or what have you. I'm hoping to have him seek them out. Should we send them with him on that? Perhaps they could be of some help. Charlie's always been a bit understated when it comes to speaking with people.
Yes. But do we want both of them to go? Because we gotta make sure our resources are well utilized.
Well, we're not exactly using them for anything else, and we do still have the third one up here. Whoever they are.
Fair.
I think they've been hanging out with the Russians a little bit.
Oh, that's gonna end poorly.
Well, couldn't end poorly than letting the Russians hang out with the Russians. Pretty sure I can hear another argument starting now.
Either that or they're
Fine.
starting to sing. God, what is
Oh
happening
yeah,
up
I
there?
can definitely hear the hard bass or hard bass from here.
Is that them singing?
Yep. Yeah, no, it's all beatboxing.
It's
Oh,
yeah.
God.
The hard bass of the future is beatboxing.
Yeah.
Since we lost the technology to make hard bass in the screen.
Clearly.
All right, so here's the sad thing. I was trying to think of the term for music without any instruments whatsoever, and
Acapella?
yeah, acapella. But my brain kept saying alpaca.
Ah, yes, the famous alpaca style. Amazing. Oh, that's great. All right, where were we?
I am almost done
Putting
here.
you under.
Don't do anything weird to me while I'm under. I'll know.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. I won't.
I want my genetics to be the same when I come out as
Oh,
when I
don't
go in.
worry. You would not be able to tell the difference.
All right. That
Because
is...
they'll be exactly the same?
All right, yeah. And now yes, sure, why not?
Hmm.
Anyway, here's the sleepy juice. Go ahead, go sleep. Okay, and once she's under, I get out my marker.
Oh boy.
Oh my god. Oh, here we go. At least it's not a black Sharpie.
It is.
No, canonically,
Nope.
canonically, it can't be.
Okay, fine. I'm not actually doing anything.
Let's see. All right, Ty, would you also like a personal notes handout?
Yeah, that would be great.
It's for your personal notes. It's not. He's not giving you notes about your person. Just to be clear.
Both.
As a GM, I also find it great for players to use this because I get to see it too.
Yeah, absolutely. I used to make notes, pen and paper, and it's I tend to just lose them. It became a completely pointless exercise at some point. I was just like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. All right, you both should have personal notes assigned to you. Let me make sure that the colors match. They do. Perfect. All right, and we are back to Zoe.
We are.
We
Oh.
are, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Lay it on me. Tell me how terrible I was.
So
Pretty bad, it looks like.
that's your list of memories. They're the one that is weaving a dominant thread through this hypercube, distorted hypercube of recollections is people have no worth.
Well, shit.
I'm treated like everyone else, even though everyone else doesn't even matter.
Everybody else sucks.
There are also distinct memories, floating through the chaotic morass of her entire life that stand out more vividly. Something about mud and bruises, danger and excitement in a sliver of wiring. Headless dolls?
Nope.
A teacher in the
wrong.
corner.
Never
And
going there.
humiliated maids.
Look, I wanna know about how cool I was, not how fucking terrible I was. So we're going danger.
Okay.
Danger and the maids are out to get you.
For
Oh,
vengeance, probably.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I fucking humiliated them.
All right.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll a d6. To get the memory of your choice, you need to roll a 5 or a 6.
Damn it.
So close.
All right. Well, I guess I'm going to the bad place.
Zoe's going to the bad place.
Oh, this is the bad place.
Dang, it only took
Oh.
30.
Zoe figured it out.
Yeah.
Oh, this one hurts.
Oh, such a good show.
She is the whole wiring thing and the danger and that sense of excitement in whatever this wiring thing is drawing to her, but as she's trying to swim towards, as she's trying to draw it towards her, this sense of self-importance just pervades everything and clouds in front of her.
Yeah, no, it follows that she's so blinded by her own self-importance she can't get to where she wants to go. That tracks perfectly for Zoe.
The text of this is, most people have no worth or value relative to her own, and yet they persist in trying to curry favor they don't deserve. Father is forcing her to listen to another empty lecture, disconnected from any semblance of consequence, and once again she's punished with isolation from peers, while yet another meaningless, faceless person tries to appease her. How would the maid look if she truly was faceless?
Oh god, I am a fucking terrible person. God damn it!
How does it feel that Jai's a better person than you?
Not accurate?
Yeah, that's fair.
Look, if they wanted faces, they should have made their own.
And let's see how much this
I
hurts
agree.
Zoe. 5
This
system
hurts
strain.
you, Xander.
Yep,
This
hurts
hurts
me.
you.
Yep. So 6 damage?
5
5
system strain, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Pull me out! Pull me out!
Okay. I'm waking her up now.
Yeah. The choice is actually made by the character as long as they're not being drawn in mechanically. So it's actually Zoe that's disconnecting herself inside.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I mean, I assume how it works is basically, yeah, we probably have her hooked up to some EKG or something.
Oh, I see what you mean. So, yeah, once you realize that she's no longer wading through this morass, Jai can disconnect whatever anesthetic, whatever he's
Right,
using to
and-
put her in this stasis-like state.
Yeah, and go ahead and wake her up.
Yeah, gotcha. Zoe starts rousing.
Did you post the text of that? Yes. Okay, cool.
I did.
Well, Zoe, how are you feeling?
How attached are you to your face?
Interesting.
And I storm out.
Oh,
Well, I take it she didn't like looking on the other side of the mirror. All right. No matter.
all right. What is where is Zoe storming to?
I'm sure it's time to, do some maintenance on the engines. Somewhere, deep in the engines.
Okay.
Somewhere that only Zoe knows how to. Well, probably other people know how to get there. Only Zoe would know, how to fix it. Shut up. Stop talking to me. I just found out I'm a fucking face cutter offer.
I'm going to guess it's I was going to say I'm going to guess it's not literal, but that headless doll thing's making me wonder.
Yeah. Look, let's just go with not great.
It's not great, however, it works.
Yeah.
All right, I'm swinging this camera back over to where at this point half of the party is. Charlie, Nick, and Eve on Pango City, sorry, on Kos, or flying high above Kos.
Dex, I just want to be clear. I said assassin, not mass murderer. There's a difference.
Now, you don't know you're a mass murderer. You might just be a standard serial killer.
Oh god, that's even worse.
I acknowledge there's a difference, but there are some parallels.
Fair. This is one of the monkey paw situations. Get me close to what I wanted.
It's the next best thing, right?
Eh,
All right, Charlie, Nick, and Eve on the surface. You've been given instruction to find drifters that have been to the surface, and literally, you always add a second part to that, and I apparently don't write it down at any point.
Oh, I have it written down.
Oh, excellent, great. Then I'm going to just leave the scene to you guys.
Would I know where Unbound can be found?
They're more progressive than your standard Kasani, and so they actually tend more towards the technical trades. Sometimes the far traders are unbound. They're not excommunicated from the society. They're not even ostracized really. It's more of a it varies between a playful affectation and a moderately judgmental judgment of their choice not to follow the path that they were placed on. But they otherwise tend to still be in society and simply gather together as like-minded people tend to. So Charlie knows that a lot of the, well, not a lot of the, that Unbound and drifters can be found more frequently with the technicians, with the far traders, with the people that have gone to work on ships.
I can see how what it was. Even if they are, I guess, not part of the religion. There's no why leave Coast. Coast is a good place to be.
Yeah. Well, you've got two people who are good at talking to people, and have probably been chattering amongst themselves and with other people passing by, as Charlie is trying to formulate how to act out Jai's instructions. What does he want to? How does he want to utilize them?
Dex, really quickly, since I noticed we didn't remove it from the ship inventory. We just sold the Trin machinery salvage last time, right?
Yes, you
Like,
did.
Both things of it.
Mhm.
Okay. And that's it.
You also sold one that was worth 1,000, I think.
Okay. The equipment salvage. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
No problem.
I'm deleting that. I'll deleting that off the inventory now.
Thank you.
Heads up, you still haven't checked out what the missile does.
I have. You know what? I have a couple days up there. Make a note. I'm doing that right
Okay.
once you guys are done. Oh, holy shit.
so busy, so much to do.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I suppose we should start heading for
Yeah.
any sort of places where they would fix up ships or maybe sell them.
So,
I guess-
and actually, this is kind of new. I'm going to interject again here. The whole building ships is actually a little bit new to Charlie. That wasn't happening when he lived here. The coast had been happy to just kind of live on their planet. At some point between when he lived here, when he grew up here, and when he got shipped off, or so that he didn't kill himself. Something changed in the politics that is putting Kasani ships in orbit. There's not many of them, but they are built on land, or they're built on the cities, and then put up in orbit.
They finally decided they were going to do something about that pirate problem.
That could be it.
Although it seems weird that they'd build them on the cities and not on the moons. because they would have to ship the stuff from the moons to the cities, put it together, and then fly it
And there might be
back.
political considerations there.
Oh yeah, they get a tax cut for assembling them on the city.
Yeah.
It's a lot of moons to keep track of for materials.
Like the way I figure it, if there's anything that would make more sense to do otherwise and yet is done a certain way, you can
The
chalk it up to
bureaucrats did it.
politics. Yeah.
The damn bureaucrats.
It is probably the most parsimonious explanation in most cases.
Oh my god, did you just use the word parsimonious unironically? Get out of
Yes,
here.
I did.
Ugh.
It's kind of fruity.
Well, kiss my ass.
All right. So is Charlie
Wow.
taking his crew to
Yeah.
investigate these new shipbuilding areas?
Yeah, I think that's the play here.
Okay.
And I guess I'll give a short briefing of what we're actually here for, which is kind of tour the areas where Unbound are likely to be found. See if we can find out why things have changed in the past 7 years. Try and locate someone who's either been to the surface or knows how to get to the surface, and try and convince one of them to join us or get us to the surface at least.
Why do we want to go to the surface?
So we have a problem with our ship, which is that none of the guns work.
No, that's not true.
One of the guns works. Excuse
Yeah.
me.
Pretend that the others work.
Yeah. So in order to fix it, we need magical space stuff, magical space technology. And so we heard from a guy that magical space technology ship crashed on this planet. Unfortunately, these people don't want to let us onto the surface of the planet because there's planet gods tell them not to go to the surface.
Basically, there are pre-tech ruins down on the surface that we want to scavenge for pre-tech bits.
Oh, also they have space ghosts on them.
Honestly,
right.
you're probably just
They
right
also have space ghosts.
From coast to coast.
No, from
I'm
coast to coast.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're already on coast. Yeah.
I hate you both.
Look, you know that's why he put them on coast.
Yeah, I do.
So really, you hate Dex.
I thought that went without saying.
Oh, okay, all right, fair enough.
That one was actually just a happy coincidence. I'll admit.
Sure, Dex.
Oh, I'll take credit for all my puns that make people groan and hate me. This wasn't one of the intentional ones. It's just a good one.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay. I'm certainly down for going and find pre-tech ruins. Sounds interesting.
And then we're gonna rip out all the space magic bits and put them in our guns so their guns work.
Even better.
Well,
Why
assuming
don't we
that
ask those people?
What's up?
Why don't we ask just the first people we see where the Unbound are? Like those people.
Oh yeah. I mean, that could work. It seems like a very direct route, and that's not really our style.
well,
I gotta plan this.
It's
We gotta
just
plan this
crazy
out.
enough. It's just crazy enough to work.
I like it.
It's up to them. It's up to these three.
Mhm.
I didn't care how
Who are
it's
we seeing right now? Like who is around us?
So right now, as you're walking towards the area that has been set aside for ship construction on Pango, you're seeing a less paradise, only by virtue of necessity. You know, this is one of the places where there's grease all over the place, and just the hard edges of ship construction. You're no longer seeing the nice round shapes of coconuts and the curves of palm trees. Finally getting into what both Eve and Nick are more familiar with, which is straight lines that the eye can follow. And a lot less color. Gray. But except for the people that are walking around. You're still seeing some of these people doing their work in Hawaiian shirts. Most of them have safety gear on, at least, but it's safety gear over shorts and a Hawaiian shirt and boots. You don't see any of them wearing their flip-flops or going barefoot.
I've got to get one of these Hawaiian shirts before we leave.
Agreed.
They are available as secured clothing.
Hey,
I thought they
Hold
had
on,
CFU equivalent.
I'll walk up to the first person I see that's wearing like safety equipment over their Hawaiian shirt. I see.
He waves at you and is about to continue walking.
No. Wait. I've got. We have questions. We're trying to find some unbound people. The type that aren't bound up.
Oh yeah. We have a couple of drifters working on the crew here. What are you looking for?
Can we speak to them?
Well, sure.
It's highly important. It's a matter of life and death.
Oh, if it's life and death, you should probably talk to the flight mayor.
Oh, is he unbound?
No.
Oh, then we don't want to talk to him.
This individual that you're talking to is now very confused.
Don't worry. Look, we've got this all under control. It's just super important that we talk to them as soon as possible.
Well, okay. Second here. What's going on over here in game? Is that me or is that somebody else?
Eve, I think you started streaming.
I did not want to do that. How did... Oh, I see. Eve did. Interesting. I don't know if that was intentional on your part, Ty. Is Ty still here? I disconnected myself while trying to
Stand
disconnect
very
Ty.
still. You might scare him away again.
Yeah, I'm I don't actually want this on my screen though.
You can right-click on the person and go to disable video if you don't want them.
Oh, I don't want to disable the video. I don't mind you streaming. I just don't. I don't want to be.
It just disables it for you.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, not that I don't want to see you, Ty. I think it's great. I just don't want the extra bandwidth on my side.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, just as it is.
All right.
How do I close out the video thing?
You just click on a different
Anything else?
channel. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm surprised that Discord automatically opens that out. That seems like something that could, pose a risk.
I don't pretend to understand how Discord does anything, so.
Fair enough.
They changed it for some reason. At first, it didn't. Like at first, you had to opt into it, and now.
Huh.
I don't know why it changed.
Okay. All right. That confusion threw me off a little bit. Okay, so the person that you're talking to.
Now you're in the right mind space for the person.
That's absolutely correct.
There's no time to waste. We need to talk to them, or they're gonna die.
Or we might die? I'm sort of confused.
Well, he gives Eve a quizzical look and then a hearty laugh and says, come on, come with me.
See? He gets it. I just say to Charlie.
We're gonna die if we don't talk to that person over there. All right. As you're walking back into or not back into, but as he's walking back into this starship construction yard, leading you guys. He looks at all three of you and asks, "So, what is killing you?"
How long it's taking to get to the Unbound?
Oh,
Curiosity, apparently.
I'm not a cat.
well,
Nothing.
here, Manny here has certainly strayed from his path, and he, as he's saying Manny's name, of course, a large Samoan man looks up from where he's sitting and playing checkers with someone else. I guess in the starship construction yard. Looks at the man introducing him, and then over at you guys. The person that walked you over pats Eve on the shoulder with a bit of a heavy hand. "I hope you don't die. You're funny." Walks off.
We'll see how it goes. Hey, Manny,
Yes.
can you take us down to the surface?
He looks around at the others around you. The person he's playing checkers, and a few farther off in the shipyard. And shakes his head. Nobody's allowed on the surface.
Oh shit, is that true, Charlie?
Yep, that's a true thing.
Oh, you didn't. Okay.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised we got this far.
Well, we don't really want to go to the surface. Like, it's more of a metaphor. Can you metaphorically get us to the surface?
Well, just pray.
Ah, yes. Get it, Charlie?
Is it metaphorical pray?
Pray. No, he means we have to go to the church. That's what you mean, right, Manny?
Church?
Can I?
Oh, yeah, it's one of. No, we don't have churches here.
We don't do that here.
God, this place is weird.
I think he's saying, just pray and maybe whoever's up on high will help you. Not, it's a very fancy way of saying no.
Wouldn't it be someone down below? Because it's the surface?
Yeah, well, because their gods are below them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So who is allowed on the surface?
Well, some of our god beings still work down there.
Work down there. Can I work
Yes.
down there? What do you need to do to work down there?
There, looks around again to kind of get more of the crew around him to assist, and among them, in a fairly scattered fashion, with a couple of disagreements on the accuracy and the actual facts involved, they give you this idea that there are god beings that have been on the surface since was it before the Scream? I'm pretty sure it was before the Scream. For time immemorial, working to elevate the entirety of Kos into the heavens, and to avoid great calamity that will eventually befall the universe.
Well, that's probably for the best.
The guy that escorted you over has come back, laughs out loud. "I suppose you are dying."
Oh shit, really?
And there's a scattering of eventually and not for a very long time, and it depends on your state of being, replies.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, fucking philosophy students, get out of here.
Charlie here is really, really painfully good at checkers.
Oh no. Manny stands up. Is that so?
Best
Take my
on
spot.
the
I'm
team.
losing here. Try and
Let me
win.
just-
If we win your game, will you be willing to play Virgil to our Dante?
Oh my god, even more philosophy. Rah!
Take a
Virgil
look
is the
at my
one who.
character sheet, see if
uh,
I have a Checkers Grandmaster written on here somewhere.
One of them responds, Virgil. He's the one that hopped from city to city in one giant bound each, right? Collected all the coconut seeds and scattered them so that there would be variety on each island.
Sure.
Johnny
Yeah,
Coconut
I guess
Seed.
so.
That
He-
sounds amazing.
He fell to the surface. It is a tragic tale. And somebody else pipes up and says, "No, that was Kilauea." And then there's
Hey,
some.
don't you threaten us.
Oh dear.
Charlie, sit, beat them. Then we can talk more.
All right, I guess I'll give it a shot. Also, coconuts are seeds.
Yeah, I know.
Well, they have a loose association with truth here, anyway. So get a.
Great, flawless. I guess I sit down and I set up checkers, unless I'm meant to take over this guy's.
You're meant to
field.
take over this guy's losing game.
Oh no.
All right, Dak. I hope you have the board actually prepared.
I don't, and it's funny. I've seen GMs in the Discord as well as the Reddit asking for ways to bring games into the game, and I'm like, that's a
When
bad
would you
idea.
Right, you only do that if you hate your players.
Exactly.
You
I
I
do
will
that-
say, I do actually play a mean game of checkers.
Like the
Okay.
one time I forced a group I agreed to DM under pressure to do Sudoku.
Under pressure.
Okay. I would have
Or-
actually loved that. I love Sudoku.
Yeah, they didn't. Or rather, I asked them how they felt about Sudoku before the game began, and they said, "Oh yeah, I do some of that." And then I made sure they didn't like it ever again.
Look, the real lesson here is the players don't have to play the game. The characters have to play the game.
Right.
So, Nox, I'm gonna restrict your attributes to either intelligence or wisdom. There's no strength,
Alright.
dex, or con involved in here.
Okay, so we're going off wisdom.
What skill do you think would best suit Charlie playing checkers? The difficulty to win this losing game is going to be 8.
I would say that I'm in a losing position, and so it would either go off of survive or notice. I think notice applies pretty much all the time to this. Otherwise, it would be survive specifically for being in a losing position.
I'm going to restrict survive more to the actual
Survival stuff.
survival stuff, right?
And then I would say that it's notice.
Okay. And why notice?
It's finding the places that, like, finding the better movements, seeing like gaps, it's planning ahead and stuff like that.
Okay.
Keeping track of things too.
Yeah.
I'll let you roll that.
All right, here comes the wait for the thing. Click. Double ones. Okay.
You salvaged the losing game.
All right, and now I have to never play another game of checkers for as long as I'm in this game.
Hey, see, I told you it was the best. Best of 3?
Undefeated.
champion.
Double or nothing for the next one.
Man, how much did you have down on that game?
Oh, it's just a
Nothing.
friendly game.
Oh, you don't? Oh.
It's checkers.
Yeah, you
Wait,
can
you-
bet on anything.
I guess.
It's totally fine. So,
not
Manny, what
wrong.
do you do around here?
Yeah. Gestures over to the half-built ship, the ship framework. Putting that thing together.
Ah, shit, that's cool.
Why the sudden
Me-
interest in ships?
Can we borrow you for a bit?
I
Like
suppose
that.
I could take a bit of a walk. Looks over at Charlie. I don't know. I don't really know. Just we got into this league of automatic worlds. Yeah, I think it's it. Those of you that have any knowledge in space and politics know this League of Autonomous Worlds over there in the corner of the sector. And what was that, Meowkin?
Oh, I was gonna say I knew that one.
Yep.
On the map.
It is. Manny doesn't know much, but he does know that Kos joined this League of Autonomous Worlds, and part of the agreement is that they construct a fleet for the good of the League. All three of you can roll me a Notice Wisdom check.
That's more like it.
You're back to your low rolls, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
Oh, yeah.
Can you salvage this here, Nick?
Can you say that again? Sorry, I was speaking to my mother.
That's okay. Roll me a Notice Wisdom check.
We need you to hit a 14.
We laugh because it's true.
Okay. Nick notices what his player probably didn't catch, because he was off talking to his mom. Come on. Nah, I'm kidding. As Manny is talking about this league of autonomous worlds and this whatever this compact is to be building ships for the service of the league, he actually seems a little bit excited about that. And only Nick has caught that hint of excitement in his voice and the increase in his step.
So tell me, what kind of benefits will joining it bring to you guys?
Looks around, lowers his voice. Well, I hope that it will prove to my brothers and sisters here that our place isn't just locked to the winds of this planet. We were explorers. He looks back to Charlie. You know that.
I see.
I'm
Whether-
an explorer by trade, not by choice.
You're an explorer?
I'm just following conversation.
Well, that's still that is your place. I'm not the unbound here. I am following my path.
Oh,
Regardless
so
of
you
what-
are bound?
I prefer to call myself more of a tourist.
Oh, what was that, Ty?
So you are bound?
Well, it's a matter of perspective, isn't it?
So what's your path? You're to explore?
To help guide the people around me to seeing the stars and beyond.
Ah,
Then
that's...
you could theoretically help guide us down below so that we could make some fix-ups to our ship and thus go explore the stars.
That is a
No.
much more difficult proposition. Why do you want to go down to the surface?
There's something we need down there.
Are you not afraid of the god beings?
Well, I've
More-
traveled. Well, I've spit in the face of God enough before. I don't think he'll come back around to bite me this one more time.
Let's go ahead and roll a charisma talk check.
They decide to smite you themselves.
He looks very troubled by the words that are coming out of Nick's mouth.
Hey, don't worry about that.
But
this is your destiny, right? That's what you're meant to do.
hang on real quick. But as Nick is saying that, and as Eve is they're trying to kind of cover up, he looks between them and kind of loosens up a bit. Should be careful with your words. Somebody might think that you are being serious.
Yeah, I've been told that many times. It's gotten me into a lot of trouble.
Yes. Don't go around talking about spitting in the face of our gods here. It's a bad idea.
Yeah, I probably should have thought that too before I said that. My mistake.
What do you think's on the planet? On the surface?
Whatever the god beings are building to lift the planet from space.
You're an explorer, though, right? That's your path.
I don't think my path is explorer. My path is guide. And
Guide.
kind of nods back to the ship. And apparently mechanic.
Hey, nothing wrong with a good mechanic. Needed everywhere.
Yeah.
We need a guide. It's absolutely essential we get down there.
I mean spiritual guide.
We need
You don't need
spirit-
the kind of help that my brothers and sisters need. You've already gone out and seen the stars. You're talking about braving the fire of our cannons to descend below the city limit.
Manny, I'm gonna be honest with you. One way or another, we're gonna get down onto that surface, and you seem like you're level-headed. So if you can help us find the right people to guide us non-spiritually down there, you would be helping us to do it in a respectful and or less dangerous manner.
Alright, go ahead and roll me a talk charisma for that.
Yeah, shit.
Oh, please don't say "oh shit" when he asks for attack charisma. That's my job.
Okay. He while his Samoan face can be hard to read, he's clearly giving Eve's words some thought.
Please don't decide to get us arrested. Please don't decide to get us arrested. Please don't decide to get us arrested.
Why don't you come back here at sunset? Bring your crew. I think you'll want to see whoever it is that will be walking, who wants to walk among the footprints of our god beings.
Ah, you're the best, Manny. Fist bump.
He gives a fist bump.
Cool. We'll see you later. Good luck, and always keep hold of the spanner.
They always what?
Keep tight hold on your spanner. It's not a metaphor.
It is hilarious, though.
Sorry, what was that?
I said it is hilarious, though.
All right,
So I stepped away for a while. Did anyone find anyone willing to take it? Or
Oh yeah,
willing to
they're
take
already
it?
on the surface. They left without you.
Okay.
That's not true.
Everybody's dead.
All right. That's
Okay,
fine.
that might be a little bit.
I'm fine with that.
Aw.
I'm gonna flip the camera over to Nemesis for a minute. As Nemesis reviews some of the data that she has.
Particularly the criminal files, and I definitely find that there's something suspicious going on. Although I think you already said that's not the case. Dang it.
Well, if she wants to take a closer look at the criminal files.
No, it's more important than it is scan the sensors.
I don't know,
Gotta
she could
think
get
about
bored, right?
Yeah, I know that would definitely be what I do, like the cool, my off time. Fiddling around with that. When I get bored of looking at it, so I imagine it's pretty mind-numbing to just like look at all that sensor data for so long.
Yeah, it definitely depends on a certain type of personality.
Yeah. And Nemesis is very easily distracted.
Unfortunately, yeah, there's not much more to glean from the criminal data. They just don't seem to put much information into it in the first place. It really only looks like it's used for letting other cities know in case somebody goes to another city and is acting up there. It serves to let those other cities know that, hey, this person has done this here, and they've already, been incarcerated for a few days for it. It's an other city warning system.
Darn other cities.
Oh, what was that?
I said, gosh darn other cities.
So go ahead and give me a int program check to analyze the data that you pulled from that flight control office.
All right.
Orbital traffic control.
Data, reveal to me your secrets. Hey. That'll reveal to me secrets.
That is. So some things that Nemesis is able to pick out are that those 8 surface violations, she's actually able to pick out quite a lot. First, they were all patrol boats. Their ident hashes didn't match the ship specs, which, since she's the one that is most likely changing the ship's name whenever it comes up. Actually, I think that came up before she even joined, but she would be the one that was doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
it's not really coming up in here, but
no, it hasn't. She recognizes that is what ships do just to change their name, and do it badly.
I don't think we've actually changed the name since we're still the Leaf.
Yeah, you've only changed it once. Yeah. As opposed to the previous run of this where they changed it like 12 times and I just gave up and kept calling it the Raza.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Now, you haven't been calling it the Leaf this run either, so...
No, I haven't, but you have the previous run to blame for that.
No.
The discrepancy between the ident hashes doesn't appear to have been logged with traffic control. And the data is present from multiple cities.
so what do you mean by being present from multiple cities? Like that's happened, like departing from multiple cities, or?
Like they, the ships were logged let's say the yellow outrigger was logged by Pango as violating the surface or surface violation. Film of Rebel was logged by Anaru, all at different times over the past year.
So they went down multiple times.
Oh, like it was a.
Nemesis does know that the flying cities on Kos, actually do travel from across Kos. They're not stationary above any single point. If she correlated this data of which cities,
They all are dropping. It's all violations to the same location, I'm guessing, or same general area.
she would need to do some more analysis on that, but that's
my
something that
theory.
she could look at. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start looking at that because I'd be curious. Did we have a? I'm trying to remember. Do we have a location for the ship that we're looking for?
You do.
The
Yeah.
down ship. Okay.
I think, like, the key thing we were looking at here was, all right, so where's the gap in the sensor thing so we can just go down?
Yeah. Now Nemesis has gotten sidetracked on a tangent.
Yeah.
That wasn't the GM steering anything at all, just to make things more difficult.
Doesn't sound like something he would do.
So what? All right. So what's going on now?
So is that something that Nemesis is going to focus on now?
It depends on if Jai, because like I said, this is an interesting tangent for me.
All right.
So-
Look.
That was what I was initially looking for the like I said the data for like the anti-ship guns to see like the blind spots there. But now that you've brought this up, like this has come to Nemesis' attention, I kind of want to follow this line.
Yeah. All right. Do that after you found the data for the ship guns, Nemesis, because that is more important to us. Do your job first, then have fun, because I admit this does sound a little curious. But it's also secondary.
Fine. Can I use administer to try to do both at once? Or at least pull Jai into thinking I'm working on just the one.
Look,
Hey,
lying to
Jai's-
Jai is obviously the
Guy's
most
fine
important
with you doing both. He just wants you to do the one thing first.
Yeah, but I want to look at this one now.
Ugh.
Well, it has my interest.
I would let you roll an administer to make it to arrange your desktop so that it looks like basically so that you can play Minesweeper without your boss knowing.
Yeah, except in this case, I'm just tracking an interesting lead that is still useful information to us. That's what I'm thinking in my head.
Is that what Nemesis wants? That's what Nemesis is doing.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
getting it.
this
I'm getting
wasn't
the. Jai doesn't need to know I'm only getting the one that he wants done first at half the speed. It's just
Yeah.
taking longer than I don't know. Jai doesn't know how long it would take.
He doesn't know how long it would take, but he is telling you you're taking too long.
Oh well.
All right, so it sounds like Nemesis is more interested in mapping city flight paths to try and figure out where those violations actually occurred on the planet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm particularly interested to see if it does correlate to the ship that went down that we are here for.
Well, go ahead and roll another int program check.
Right.
That is barely successful. Means it takes a little bit of time for Nemesis.
So Jai's gotta ride my ass. I got it.
Right. But she does find an interesting correlation. Over the course of the year, these 8 surface violations over the course of a year, orbital mapping of city flight paths can actually pin all 8 violations within a 50-kilometer radius. They're not where the good run is located.
Okay, so it's another location of interest.
All right.
It's something to note and explore.
Stop sounding so bored about that. That's cool.
She
Quick
hasn't mentioned
question.
it to Jai yet, because if she mentions it to Jai without having found anything, he will get pissed at her.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Note to
All
self:
right.
tell Jai nothing.
Oh, it's fine. That seems to track with the rest of our crew's stuff.
So it's been most of the day for Nemesis. She hasn't made a whole lot of progress on
I
on
should probably. Well, I guess I'll trust it. It's not, because the Psychon's tailored to me. This would be a good use case for it. When I'm just sitting there at the computer,
He
doing.
has explained that there aren't side effects for this one.
Yeah, correct. So there's not really much risk for me to take it. Oh, it's only 15 minutes, and this would all take longer than 15 minutes. So maybe that's when Jai puts the crunch on me, though. I was like, okay, I guess I'll try this. For the data part.
It's the kind of thing that I can more or less let the benefits cascade into, especially if it's taken a bit longer. You get the
Gotcha.
bulk of the benefits. You get the mechanical benefits up front, but it feels to Nemesis like she's still more focused. Yeah, even as the hours go on.
All right.
But does Nemesis want to work late into the night? It was an early day.
That's it. Here's a question there.
How hard is Jai? Jai is probably getting really annoyed at Nemesis for not having the results from the sensors. So.
Yeah. Probably a bit.
So maybe what it is I'll use the I will do it all nighter, but I'll also do the Psychic when I'm starting to feel a little sluggish.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna need you to come in on Saturday.
I don't want to come out on Saturday, so I'm gonna sleep in on Saturday and work all night.
Okay. Go ahead and give me one last int program check with your +2 bonus.
Yeah. Blow it out of the water. Oh my god. It's gonna be put together so well in a nicely formatted report, Jai.
Hey, I gotta ask, Gnosis, how does that stuff make you feel?
I'm on top of the world.
I mean, I imagine it's like kind of basically Adderall, right? Like just super focused. It's like
It is
Adderall,
super focused, considering she is considered AC-10 if she were to be attacked.
Yeah. And oblivious to everything happening around me. Like honestly, Jai probably ignore any communication until Jai physically shows up. It taps me on the shoulder. That would give a Jai indication of how it makes me feel. Not that Nemesis is always the most aware person,
Right.
but she was clearly very much less aware.
No. Jai came up while you're working on this, and he did tap you on the shoulder. When you didn't respond, he just started shining a light in your eye and checking your vitals.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like, yeah, he just starts performing experiments, and Nemesis is unaware.
Yep.
With that, Nemesis can actually map the range of their sensors and the range of their cannons, and give Jai a projection map and schedule of times that you could descend, and
Windows, essentially.
windows. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Windows of opportunity, and you can get closer and sooner if you're willing to be detected by the sensors, but not fired upon. You'll have to descend farther away and navigate through kilometers of thick, very thick and very low visibility fog. If you don't want to even be detected going down.
Yeah,
So basically more of a piloting challenge to avoid detection.
That's fine. I'm willing to take a few risks here. That's good. All right. Give me a projection map for just it, automatically updated projection map going forward. I'm not sure how long we'll be down there, so.
Oh, Nemesis is asleep, but she definitely made a program that would show like a roving map.
There,
If that's
there,
okay with that, Claire.
there is now an additional widget on the captain's console.
Yeah. And Nemesis is sleeping at her desk.
All right. So we'll plan to take. We'll plan to take a ship. Would we want to take the Marauder down or the lander down?
Raza.
Not the. Well, we
Oh.
could take the Raza down, but I meant the cargo lighter. Sorry.
Taking a cargo lighter down without with the limited visibility is much more risky.
Right.
Remember, it basically just gets dropped, and then slows down when it's expecting to land.
Right. I thought it had like atmospheric flight, but not much else.
Mm-mm.
It barely has atmospheric flight.
Yeah,
It
it
goes
has
up,
enough
it
for
goes
up and
down.
down. Hmm.
It's a space elevator.
Okay.
Piloted by the Venga Boys.
Okay.
Bum, 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 bum,
Based on what we know of the surface's based on what we know of the surface's features, how risky would it be to take the Raza itself down?
Well, if you're avoiding their cannons, then not too risky. Unless you plan on just dropping the Raza from orbit, you won't have too much difficulty landing any atmospheric flight worthy ship. So your Marauder and your Raza will both be able to get down to the surface without too much difficulty, and at worst, like I'm overstating the difficulty of the fog because your sensors aren't just visible light only. Your general, piloting down there is going to be possible to do without any real risk of crashing the ship, as long as you're moving a little bit slower than usual.
Got it. Okay, we'll plan to take the Raza itself down then, just because we won't have too many chances to load up on things if we're only taking the Marauder.
I do think that there was some discussion about protecting crew, and that was a concern with the Raza.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna go down, fix up the ship, and bring it out.
Oh, that is an option. In that case, yeah, we could probably take the Marauder down.
Yeah.
And just load that ship's cargo bay up when we take it up. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just to be the Marauder weapons aren't going to be very particularly effective, right?
Nope.
Okay. Because they're kinetic.
they're heavy weapon. Yeah.
Well, it's not a matter of
Well,
heavy weapons.
that being
it's
said-
it's a matter of ballistics.
We're
we
fighting
do-
kinetic.
We do have those. We do have several of those like half-assembled anti-vehicle lasers. How quickly could one of those be hooked up to the Marauder? Dex?
You would have to finish building them first, which is supposed to take a week. The
Alright.
half assembled simply means that you only have to put half of the material cost into it, but it's still going to take the same amount of time to build it.
I'd hate to ask this, but can we retroactively say we did that on the way over here? If we were planning to take the Marauder down?
I'm inclined to say no, primarily because there are actually powers and foci and stuff that are explicitly, oops, I needed to retroactive this.
There are telekinetic power, or there's
yeah,
powers
there's
for that.
It's
Yeah,
it's
power, yeah.
sense need for it's a little precog power,
Okay.
and that might be the only one. I'm just thinking of it foci because
I think,
wild talent.
yeah, I don't know if I focus it that does that.
Yeah,
I
I
like
know.
that. That's the fate does that for like the fate points.
Yeah, the Fate does
Mhm.
that, and then I know like
When you
Laser
do,
Dark is all about that.
if you do a heist in the sprawl, you get things that you can turn in to be like, oh yeah, I had the grappling hook this whole time.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, well.
But yeah, no, that's fine. We can just shoot them with regular laser guns. It's fine.
I'm also going to use that as justification. You don't know exactly what you're contending with down there. Zoe is building this this kind of prototype thing, and is needing to gather more data before she can actually build fully effective weapons against them.
Okay.
I don't know if we told the two new players about. Did we tell them about the black smoke ghost?
I don't think you did, but we're at 104 right now, so why don't we
called
take a
them
break?
I see Ty shaking his head slightly.
We'll
we definitely never told them about those.
we'll
Ford-
explain on the way down.
Let's go.
Ford was the one that had Felix. Oh yeah, that's right.
Let's go ahead and take a 15-minute break if anybody wants to, and if Ty and Ford are here for the break, then you guys can tell them out of character, and kind of shorten some of the conversation in character, or at least make it more relevant.
Well, I gotta go microwave myself some lunch, but I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and come back at 1:20 or whatever that is in your own time zone. And so you guys had just mapped out your created a projection map of windows of opportunity for descending to the surface, both within sensor range and outside sensor range, all of them outside of cannon range. While we're filling a little bit of extra time here until Lulu does return, I can tell you what the cannons are like if you'd like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Are they gonna? Do they bust out the eardrums if everyone like a 10-block radius?
Nope. Let's see. Where's my what do the guns look like section? All right. They're called Fray cannons, and apparently I deleted the part where flak rail array is what they are. So, I think I lost some of my work, or at least split it up when I moved it to its own section. Okay. Well, they are semi-decorated pillars, about 3 meters tall, a meter wide, and 3 meters long, with a very distinct angle at the top. There's an array of barrels near the top, 4 rows of 6 firing rail tubes. They apparently fire flak projectiles with a range of 830 kilometers.
Pretty good range.
Yeah, it's a really good range. I actually looked up the range of modern rail cannons, and I think that was out at like 485 kilometers.
That's about right.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's ridiculous.
that is ridiculous. Yeah, and until they got into the rail range, the max ranges I was seeing were like 80 kilometers. So, rail tech, woohoo!
For when you need to reach out and touch somebody.
So what are we?
Really hard.
What are we up to?
I'm just kind of expounding expositing something about the guns while we were waiting for you.
Okay.
The flak mechanisms is hardwired to fizzle within 100 meters. Like if it would explode within 100 meters, it fizzles instead. And to not proceed any nearer than 250 meters from any other city beacon. So they've got some very strong programmatic safeguards so that they don't kill everyone in the city.
Seems wise.
It is.
So we just have to convince the guns that we're a city.
That actually is an option.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if it's programmatic, yeah, there's probably some way to identify cities.
Uh-huh. Here's the most important part, though. With all the guns and the tubes fired in tandem, they sound like distant taiko drums. Jumanji!
All right.
Okay. So you guys have your projection map. That was ending the second day. We're kind of skipping around in time here to try and make this the most interesting as it can be, given that some characters have cheaty methods. We've watched.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He hasn't rolled a no check yet.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about Jai.
He's saving it until the end.
Yep.
We've watched Charlie, Eve, and Nick successfully convince an unbound native, or unbound Kasani, to receive the crew and to talk about going to the surface. Said to come down at sunset. That would have well, let's say sunset of the third day, so that we're not interfering with what we've already done with giant nemesis up on the ship, kind of
Sure.
crashing.
Sunset of the third day. Does anyone have the ocarina?
And at the beginning of the second day, before Zoe has gone back to the ship, Harry had said that he would pray overnight on what she asked of him, and that she could come back at sunrise. Everything's sunset or sunrise with them.
Yeah, cool. I would definitely go see what he has to say.
Okay.
One of those old unlesses.
Is Charlie still with her, or has he been retasked to seek out the Unbound at this point?
Day 2?
Yeah, this was the beginning of day 2. At some point during this day, Charlie needed to make his way over to Pango so that he could work with Nick and Eve.
Jai would have probably reassigned him at this point, unless Zoe protested.
Yeah, no, I don't need somebody else to come along.
Jeez.
I don't need a chaperone.
Yeah, these people seem on the up and up.
Then that's where I am.
Okay.
Right.
And
So
this is where we find out that he kills me.
Yeah, if Nemesis wants to send a drone along, she can, but
I don't know if I have the range for that between
don't worry about
cities.
it's fair.
What's up, Harry?
Drones are fucking
Good morning,
shit,
Zoe.
man.
Does
Pancakes
he look-
and bacon?
Does he look well rested? Oh, fuck yes, pancakes and bacon. Hell yeah.
He does. He looks decently well rested. Yeah, he is not showing signs of having stayed up all night, tearing his hair out.
Okay. Cool.
And he asks, "What purpose do you want to go down to the surface?"
Don't say looting.
So we have information about a ship that crashed onto the surface recently. Recently? Question mark?
Recently-ish, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it was within several months, within a year.
And we hope to bring the ship back to the surface. And
Or up.
I'm up from the surface. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. Some of the pieces of the ship will be used to repair our ship. And if some of those other pieces happen to be used to, make repairs around the city,
I'm gonna throw a GM clarification in here. The components, the pre-tech components that you're expecting to find are actually in the facility not the ship. The ship is just a normal ship.
I thought the facility. Oh my god, I am so confused. I thought the facility was the ship.
Ah.
No.
I thought that the thing was on the ship, and that's why we were
No,
trying to.
the ship crashed down on the planet. The team from it explored the facility, which had the
Like that.
condenser.
I think that ship
That's
was too small for a condenser. Yeah, because condenser requires a lot of infrastructure.
Yeah.
Like, man, I don't know. I wasn't in that game. Remember?
Yeah.
The condenser stuff came up on in this.
Did they?
Yes.
In scattered bits. But that's fine. So clarified. It's actually the facility down on the surface that you're expecting to find the pre-tech components in. Now, if Zoe doesn't want to tell him that, then that's perfectly understandable.
Yeah, it's fine with me if he thinks that we're getting them from the
Okay.
from the ship.
Okay.
But that's not true.
Yeah, but I haven't technically lied. I've just withheld the
just
truth a little bit.
It's just
I mean,
a
yeah, we
lie of omission.
In your
Yeah, nothing
GM's
stopping
book,
us-
that is a lie.
It's more of a lay of a mission. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to throw Zoe out the airlock.
You're presenting alternative facts.
There you go. You're syncing with the culture.
Ugh.
That is, yeah.
He considers that. And this is a ship that you said that did not come up on those on our sensors.
I don't think that it did. If
Yeah,
I'm remembering correctly, it
It,
didn't.
it was not
did
listed. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't tell them that we, now have a way to figure out how to get through without them seeing us.
Yeah, this is the morning of that day, so she doesn't. You guys don't actually have that yet.
Yeah, and also
Yeah,
I don't.
But we're
I don't.
looking-
Look, my day was very full on the third day, so I probably still don't even know about that.
Yep.
It's true. We're definitely not going to relay that over comms.
Anyway.
Why don't you go ahead and give me a talk charisma check here,
Oh, why do you do this to me?
because it's fun.
Can I connect with him instead?
If Zoe wants to try and spend a bit more time ingratiating him to her, instead of just telling him flat out, then yes, I would allow that.
All right. Well, let's go for the quick option, and then maybe later we can negotiate.
I wanna
Oh, hey! Holy
Hey,
shit! I actually rolled
that's-
well.
Okay.
Amazing. It's a miracle.
There's always the face of the party confirmed.
I'm sure you want Zoe to be the face of the party.
I've just got a +1. That's great, right?
Sure. I have a +1 in using sensors too. How's that been going for us?
That's why you got a dedicated programmer.
I'll download the dedicated WAM.
Anyway.
I still can't authorize a surface violation, but if a ship has descended to the surface without us seeing it, and we don't know what it was doing down there, you promise me that you are only descending to repair and bring that ship back up. I don't care what you do with the ship, just take it off the surface.
Hmm.
I'll put you in touch. I will seek out the advice of the Angelic Choir and ask them to grant you an audience.
Harry, you're a good man. Thank you very much.
But I thought we determined that Angelic Choir were ritual sacrifice and dead.
Look, we hadn't completely cleared that up yet.
Mm-hmm.
He nods heavily.
Yes, I am a good man. It weighs on me. It's a hard thing for a good man to be king.
Boy.
Or flight mayor, I guess.
He rests a similarly heavy hand on her shoulder, although it's not like he's pressing her down or anything. He's just resting the weight of his meaty hand on her shoulder. And says, "I am going to have to put in some work today. I'll make my request, and then I will be about the city. I'll contact you if I receive a response."
Thank you.
We've got all sorts of angles now.
Yeah.
So I
Many
cannot,
knives for Caesar's back.
I
Anyway.
cannot state how grateful Anaru is for your family and your legacy. It feels like you are continuing in your father's footsteps. And he gives what to him is a deferential a tilt of the head to her.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Look, I bow back so that I can hide the fact that his words are causing me physical pain. How dare he?
Well, maybe if you stopped Zoe
Stopped what?
following in your daddy's footsteps.
You know what? You're right. Let's blow up a fucking planet.
I agree.
Speaking of blowing up a planet, let's move that camera over to Jai as Zoe finishes whatever small talk with Harry, and then goes about her trading business.
Mm-hmm.
Is he going to inspect that missile?
Oh yeah.
Inspect that missile.
Oh god, are we about to find out that we actually have the ability to blow up a planet?
I mean, we had that with the white hole bomb. So
That just stops the
No.
planet from going anywhere.
well,
that just like
Dex-
like eliminates their economy.
Dex, can you clarify that? If we let the white hole bomb like activate again after we sucked in metaspace, would it destroy a planet?
All the math suggests that it is a very energetic reaction with everything.
So yes. Mathematically.
Look, you set off one white hole bomb, and suddenly everybody's an expert.
Oh, I know many things, Zoe.
Mm-hmm.
So is Jai taking one of these missiles apart to try and study it? Because there's only so much he can do with just trying to pierce it with sensors, and he's already done that and didn't get any new information.
In that case, yes, in as controlled an environment as he can manage.
Are
Okay.
they filled with gas?
Put those
Provide-
surgeon hands to work.
You know, like assuming he like indications say it's safe for him to do so.
All right. I'm gonna move everyone to the gridless grid here.
Oh god.
Huh.
Welcome to the grid.
Because let me new characters on here.
Because because if this explodes, we're all dead. Oh,
Rip
yeah, that's
Jai.
fun.
But no, we wouldn't need that for this.
I
So
mean, I
obviously
didn't
there's
say
some
that.
living creature, and there's a living creature. There's probably an entity in the missile.
No,
We have
no.
no longer gone off the grid.
So I just need to know who's on the Raza and who's on the planet.
Yeah, this isn't worrying at all.
At what time was this taking place?
This is the second day.
Okay, I was still on
I'm
the
pretty sure
planet.
Nemesis.
Thank
I'm
God.
pretty sure Nemesis is doing the work on the
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
data. Yeah.
I think plausibly it's just Nemesis and Jai on the ship.
That sounds about right.
Out of the PCs at least.
Yeah.
Oh, and right, a lot of the NPCs are off on the planet too for shore leave, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Damn it. Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me? There we go. Didn't need to specify which city you were in, just that you were on the planet. Okay. Lula, go ahead and give me a int no check.
I can do that.
And also,
Oh, wait,
obviously,
with the plus-
take one of
yeah.
them off.
Sorry.
And yes, you do get
Um,
the +1 from the lab.
+2 for cruiser level web.
I thought it was still just a +1.
Nah, it's plus equal to the level of the ship, so +1 for frigate.
Oh,
+2
that's right. That's right. I'm making it a +1 for projects, but it's still +2 for the rolls.
Right, for the cruiser level advanced lab, and that should be a 14 then.
Okay.
With ones to reroll, so hold on a second. So that's actually a 19, I think.
Okay.
6 + 6 + 5 + 2. Yeah, that's a 19.
All right. Should have just kept playing D&D.
That sounds like a D&D roll, doesn't it?
It does. Okay. Let me Nope, I went to the wrong place. All right. I need a different document to open. Give me a
At level
moment.
9, I'll be able to roll a max 20 dex.
That sounds fun.
Mm-hmm. Assuming I'm using the advanced lab, otherwise, like normal situations, I'd not that high. Unless I inject the good stuff.
Yeah.
Mm,
Juice.
gotta love the good stuff.
Could be worse in what is it, Pathfinder 2? You just get +1 to all of your skills every level.
I thought that's just how Pathfinder worked in general.
Well, no, normally Pathfinder, you have to hunt through like 7 different wikis to find the one thing that gives you that bonus. And then you have to argue with your DM for half an hour about whether any of those wikis are even fucking part of the game.
I don't know. I have not looked at Pathfinder 2
I don't
at
know.
all.
In Pathfinder 2, alongside applying points to your skills, you also just get +1 to every check at every level.
That's
So you'll
Sounds-
just roll into the 50s and 60s.
Sounds like inflation to me.
yeah,
And
that's
the
a little wild.
DCs will
Sounds
also
fun
be
to
in the
me.
40s and 50s.
Yeah, normally, like I've made some wildly high checks in 3.5, but only if I really specialized into it. That's kind of crazy.
I think the highest I've rolled in a regular Pathfinder game was just over 220.
Holy fuck, that's a
It was a numbers monster.
yeah.
Yeah. The
right.
reason that I don't like that kind of inflation is because it creates situations where, like we just had with Zoe, no, minimal skill in talk, a little bit of charisma, but you would never want Zoe rolling any kind of charisma or social check in a game with numbers that high because it's impossible.
On the other hand, it does neatly explain why bards become so mimetic at their thing.
I also hate bards.
Well,
Aw.
Wow.
You hate bards now, but after I make this diplomacy roll,
No, I'm immune to that.
I'm sorry, Dex. I rolled 150. It doesn't matter anymore.
I have immunity diplomacy.
It doesn't matter.
Sorry, after 100, immunity doesn't count.
Yeah.
If you're playing an epic game of Pathfinder 1, you could theoretically do just over 622,000 damage.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It's an unarmed attack, but you
Yeah,
can
but-
do it.
Yeah, that sounds right.
All right. Lulu, I'm sending a large amount of text at you. It didn't quite reach 2,000 characters, but it... Oh, I'm sorry. It's exactly 2,000 characters. Here, let me
Wow.
delete the space that was at the end of it, and now it's
No,
1,999
You
characters.
could just put it in like a Google Doc and send that to me.
Nope. This is more
Alright.
fun.
You wanted information, Lulu. That's a lot of information for a missile. Now I'm really curious.
The high-level details of this, or the general details, are that what you have in your hold is a Maltech missile called a Crumb Bomb, also known as a Suicide Lance,
Mhm.
that is a planet killer.
Yep. I now.
Aren't these like micro missiles?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
That's fun.
Oh my god. Who puts that in a tiny missile?
Apparently the Trin.
By what mechanism do they planet kill?
Antimatter mostly.
Okay.
Lots of
Kind of.
Oh,
Um,
I haven't actually. I just saw the word antimatter. I think in here.
Was
but-
it? Are you sure it wasn't Dr. Matter?
look, I
Oh, I'm sorry,
just
it's
watched
Dark-
Angels and Demons, so
Oh,
I know
that
what
was-
we have to do.
That
We
that was
find-
one. That was in Ender's Game was Dr. Matter, right?
I don't know. I haven't watched it.
Ender's Game used fusion missiles.
But
Actually, it used the laser to cause fusion, but they were true fusion weapons.
Okay, but yeah, we have. Let me double check here. Did I just destroy the missile by taking it apart, or do I still have the?
no, it's
components?
gone.
Okay.
You've removed
I
one. You
will-
need to remove one from your inventory. But
Okay,
for that high level overview for all the players' benefit, I can also post this later if Jai reveals any of this information.
I am not sure. All right, no, I think I'm willing to give this information to Zoe and probably just Zoe because the general crew should probably not hear about this.
Are we supposed to sell these to the Trin?
You're
Yeah.
supposed to give them to the Trin.
Well, yeah, we've pre-sold them because they
Yes.
gave us what's her face in exchange.
They actually gave you quite a lot of information about the QEDs. And cyberware.
Ha! Suckers.
Yeah, I feel
Molecular
like we need to
destruction
do
device.
something about this because I'm not convinced giving them these missiles is a good idea.
So the high level overview is that there's an anomalous interaction between dark matter and metaspace, such that when this missile's mechanism pierces through physical matter, even air in an atmosphere, it spins general relativity on the head, reverses the gravitational attraction of the matter that it has pierced through and all nearby matter for several thousand years. This anomalous effect acts like a metaspatial virus, spreading from matter to matter, and if you aim this through a planet, it essentially creates a hole through the entire planet that is slowly pushing the planet apart.
Along the path of the beam, a metaspace anomaly spins general relativity on its head, reversing the gravitational attraction of all nearby
Does
matter
it?
for several thousand years.
Yep.
Doesn't that
Uh,
sound like what happened to a planet in that sector or that system?
Yeah, it does sound familiar.
Sounds very familiar.
Oh yeah, the graveyard.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep,
Hmm.
yep, you're right.
And we did kind of wonder what would cause that.
Yep, I think we found something that would cause that.
So here's my question: we just found these in a random fucking tomb, right? Like, are
Well,
there
they were-
more of these over there?
A military vault.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the vault was very, very well hidden. You pretty much only found it because you knew where to look.
Oh yeah, and they specifically told us where to find this one. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was well
Yeah, it
protected
was
at
not
the
in the-
same time.
Yeah, it was not the one that was in the random vault that Jack had found.
Yeah, the one with the bikes in it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Imagine
good. Because
we
I
found
was
that
like,
li-
wait,
We
hold
found it
on.
in that one. And yes, that's a very good point. That would be
Well-
very problematic.
Actually, quick correction. The one that you guys got into did have the bikes in it. These were in another secret vault within the secret vault that you also had to access and was protected by the warbots and the turrets.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So
right.
like beyond top secret vault, where you keep their equivalent
Planet
to nuclear
killers.
weapons, but planet killer. That are
Something
immune
so
to nukes.
innocuous.
They are explicitly immune to nuke snuffers.
Oh, that's fun.
I mean,
Incidentally,
nukes are nothing next to
uh,
that.
Dex. So, like, I've analyzed this. Is there any like pretext like salvage I can get out of the one that I just took apart? Because it does say there were pre-tech mechanisms and such in there. I just want to know if I've completely destroyed it or if there's like
No.
anything.
Consider this one completely destroyed.
Okay.
It's
Science.
it may be possible to salvage some pre-tech mechanisms from these, but that would be a different study.
Okay. I guess for the future, which I'm going to ask Zoe about, would it be possible to take these apart or take some of the pre-tech components apart or out of these without visibly or like two normal inspections destroying or without
Can we
two
keep-
normal like
Can we
get
keep the shell intact while
right,
taking out the bits?
basically so we can hand them over without them being capable of destroying planets.
They'll probably figure that one out pretty quick, but
You definitely think it would be possible to make it look on the surface to, visual inspection with some good welding. But if they have any kind of sensors that detect they can use to confirm the mechanisms inside, so that they know that you're not just handing them dud missiles that you happen to find and paint, or not find and paint, but recreate and paint, they'll be able to tell.
Okay.
Look, I'm thinking it would be better just to not go back there ever. These people just sent us to go find planet killers for them.
Yeah, the other option is just to eventually send Nova back with the Necrovis because, pseudo keeping the deal. They'll still hate us, but
Yeah, we didn't find any missiles. Nope, no missiles there.
and how many were they slated to get?
they wanted
4 of them.
4 of them.
How many do we have?
Now 7.
Oh, so we could kill some of our own planets. Oh, that's
We
fun.
could kill 7 planets. Well, we have 3 that were not slated to hand over.
Yeah.
But we had 4. Now we have 3.
Well, technically, I don't know that we have anything because you haven't told us yet.
Yeah, I'm calling Zoe and I telling her as soon as she gets back to. Well, this is a conversation
I have important news in person.
Well, no, she wanted to come back up to the ship tonight for the memory jaunt thing anyway, so we'll talk to her then.
Okay. So this is the conversation we had in those couple of minutes before you put me under. Oh, by the way, hey, guess what? By the way, we can kill 7 planets. Have a nice nap.
Pretty much.
But then imagine Zoe comes back as the person she was before.
Yeah. Ooh, hey. Time to teach those maids a real lesson.
I wonder what they look like without a planet.
Oh God.
Jesus.
Well, for continuity, let's say that Jai was planning on talking to her about it after her memory dive, but obviously she was upset by it, and she kind of just went off to engineering.
Yep.
So
Okay.
conversation delayed.
Fair enough. Yeah, is there anywhere like super secure in the ship left that we can lock these up in?
Well, if you fix that cardboard.
Well, I'm just locking them in the captain's quarters. For
I mean,
now.
there is the other secret room.
Is there?
Yeah, the one that had the guns in it, the smugglers hold.
Oh right. Yeah.
We have a smuggler's hold?
2 actually, but one of them's not so smuggly right
Yeah.
now.
Thanks, Zoe.
Look, you wanted to get in, I got in.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so basically we have 7 planet killer missiles and 1 white hole bomb on the ship. I'm pretty sure this makes us just I think we're just a government at this point.
Jesus. I don't.
Well, do
I've
you
always
wanna
wanted
go
to be a
form our own nation.
Yeah. Have you guys ever read Snow Crash? Where that guy on the bike with a nuke in the sidecar?
Yeah.
I haven't.
I read a little bit of it, but that was years ago, and
There's
it's very verbose, so I don't remember much.
Yeah.
there's a guy that drives around on a motorcycle with a nuke in the sidecar, and no government will touch him because if he dies, the nuke blows up.
Funny.
So he basically just runs around doing whatever the hell he wants.
Okay. Actually, we also have the stuff labeled Terracom. Did we ever analyze that?
I don't believe you did.
Can I just go ahead and give that a roll while I'm up here and panicking on the last day?
Sure, that seems like a good choice. Analyze.
Well, not panicking.
Maybe something a little less terrifying to have on
Yeah.
your ship.
Not panicking, but just
What was the effect on the weapon on like a ship? It would be similar, pretty much destroy whatever it.
Yeah, but it seems
Hit.
like a bit of
Overkill.
a waste.
Look,
Yeah.
there's no kill quite like overkill.
What if the Terracom somehow becomes more dangerous than the missiles?
Well,
I know, that's what I'm concerned about.
we've got 32 tubes of it. I'm analyzing, a couple of them. Let's go ahead and you want the no check, Dex?
Hang on, I'm pulling up what planet that was.
Trinidad
something or other.
State. No, Trinidad Fade.
No,
One else
that it actually comes from a different planet.
Ah.
And I keep scrolling myself right past it. There we go.
Excuse me.
So yeah, we've certainly got weapons. I don't know what Zoe's so worried about. Who needs turrets when you can destroy 7 whole planets?
You're right. Now that we know we have planet killers, why are we even here?
Yeah, let's go threaten some.
Some governments.
Yeah.
I want $1 billion.
Suppose we could just go to a restaurant, like when they ask for the bill, just say, "We have 7 planet killer missiles on us," and they'll just let us go.
There's no way it could go wrong. Especially if you're on the planet currently with them.
I've got 7 planet killer missiles and 0 will to live.
No. You got to one up them. I have 7 planet killer missiles, whereas you have 0. 7 is the number that I have.
What are you gonna do? Call the police?
What are they gonna do?
I'm not-
Die next to you?
I'm not sure how many people would believe you, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you have to use one.
Go ahead, call the police. They can't unobliterate your planet.
Don't worry, fear will keep the systems in line.
All right. Before we do that, I want to switch the day to the 10th because you've got news coming in.
Oh no.
We heard about a planet being destroyed.
All right, let's hear about Xander getting hurt.
All right. So this is going to be a new experience for the 2 new players. I'm going to play a quick clip in Roll20 just so that you can test if you can hear the audio.
The following broadcast is not suitable for musicians of
I can
handmade
hear it from Ty.
music and children under 3 years of age. The end is coming, Xander. This hurts you.
It really doesn't.
Not anymore, it doesn't. Not that it ever did.
You don't know that.
We could dream.
We can. So I know that Ty could hear that. Ford, were you able to hear that?
Yep.
Okay, great. So here is incoming news from Aziz.
It's been a month since Colin Wayne occupied Henry Station, and nothing has exploded yet. This guy is a clown, says one anonymous source trapped on the station with these pirates. The real Raza would already been blown shit up and gone, letting the survivors get on with their lives. Instead, This arsehole has us locked down a whole month. People are dying of boredom out here. To be clear,
God.
ABNN hopes for a safe resolution, with nobody's shit getting blown up. War
know what,
correspondent, and now, boring terrorist reporter I guess, Clementine reporting from Henry Station.
I think Dex is mad we didn't follow up on the new Raza.
Give a shit about them. Fuck them.
It's just so far away. And we're stuck on this planet for another 5 sessions.
Yeah, I mean, fuck. I was hoping we would get down to the surface by now, but
We keep pursuing all these different leads.
are kind of unnecessary at this point. But okay.
I mean, we could
It's
go
fine.
backtrack, take care of the new Raza, finish up the
Nah.
ghost gun machine, and then go take care of the
Nah,
ghosts.
fuck that. Let's go.
No, we wanted the gun so we could go kill the new Raza.
Yeah.
Possibly.
All right,
You can't prove that we didn't.
Dex. Who's the camera on?
I'm gonna put the camera on Jai for his role to investigate this Terracom. There are 2 colors. Which color is he looking at?
Let's go with let's see. Let's go with the blue one first.
Okay. Go ahead and this isn't a no check. This is heal.
Oh, even easier.
Well, is it? Oh God.
I'm gonna go with
That's
yes.
scary.
That's
So-
19, Dex.
Jai could immediately tell that this is some kind of a is it a retrovirus if it's fixing a virus? I don't know. This
No,
is basically
retroviruses.
okay.
It's just a
it's
a
a
really
type of
old
virus.
virus, you know. It's a
Okay,
retro
okay.
virus.
You're thinking of antiviral.
I am thinking of antiviral. This is an antivirus. It has all the clear indicators of being specifically designed to fight some virus. This role leads easily into him identifying that the green sample, he does have to do effectively take apart one of these, one of each color to do this study. So you lose one of each.
Mhm.
Is a virus. And combining what he's seen in both the antivirus and the virus, he can see that it's a very insidious virus that doesn't. This wasn't intentionally COVID-like. Just want to make that clear from the beginning. But it doesn't make its presence known until it's too late, and the effects of it are. Let me get to my. I forgot to keep scrolling, so I didn't get to the right place yet.
Just probably effective enough to wipe out a whole planet's population, huh?
It's
Or at
able
least
to.
a small city.
It's able to keep regenerating a person's cells so that they don't die of hunger or even severe traumatic injury or even suffocation. It sounds basically like it creates zombies.
Oh, it is worse than a planet killer.
It's a zombie planet maker. Are there any known zombie planets in the sector?
Yeah, actually. Well, there was a zombie space station.
Jesus Christ.
Oh. That's a good point. Not that I don't know if our characters actually know much about that zombie space station there.
We did hear news,
Mhm.
didn't we?
Yeah, you've heard the end of that news cycle, in which the entire space station, well, the entire orbital shipyard, including the 400,000 people inhabiting it, was crashed into the planet below.
Yep.
And my character technically worked for Mercure, so he heard a little bit about the rescue efforts that took place there for the company.
Yeah, was Terracom like a Mercury Corp subsidiary or anything by chance?
Terracom's actually a company name that is not recognized by um, anyone at this point.
Okay, so it'll be like pre-tech.
Zoe might be able to roll a trade on that. If this information is communicated to her also. I mean, Jai could also roll trade to see if he knows it.
Okay. Well, yeah, might as well. Let's go ahead and give it a go.
Okay.
Trade int.
Trade int, correct.
Okay.
For as old as this company is, that unfortunately is not sufficient.
Okay. Yeah, I'll communicate it to Zoe because hey, we have a couple planet killers and a zombification virus in our lab right now. Just a heads up.
This is a text message or a voicemail to Zoe after she has gone to engineering.
All right, how many people are on the ship? And how many people would be in engineering right now? Probably just Zoe.
Let's here. I'll put some NPCs on the map so you can see who actually is still on the ship among your full crew. Got Libra over here. Nova hasn't been allowed off the ship.
Probably.
Android's probably still trapped in her.
Oops, why doesn't
Bedroom.
Nova have a...
Android's been let in her room by now, I think. She's not in the brig anymore.
Well, we never kept her in the brig because Portia was there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. Your vault idols are all gone. Yeah, you're actually on a skeleton crew. Everybody else is enjoying some time on on coast.
all right.
You didn't have to let the Russians go, but if they asked, would you have kept them on ship?
If they wanted to, I mean, they deserve a bit of time off.
Yeah, I don't think there was any reason for us to keep them on board that we. I guess emergency preparedness, but
well, we'd keep a minimum crew up here just to keep things functional and make sure to they could respond to any emergencies. But if they wanted to go down to the planet, they can.
Okay, so then we'll keep 2 of the Russians up on the ship.
They'll be rotating out.
Yeah.
I assume.
All right. At this point,
like a day each.
there you go. Ivan and Alexei are currently on the ship with Switch, the only other crew person.
All right. Yeah, there are enough people up here that I would just shoot her a private message rather than using the intercom as I was considering.
So, believe it or not, it got worse.
All right. So Xander, when does Zoe opt to respond to that?
I don't know. She's young. She probably bounces back from the knowledge that she used to be a face cutter offer pretty quick.
Yeah.
Not, dwelling is for people with more time and less imagination.
Okay. So she's in engineering. She's banging away to whatever she's banging at, and gets this message.
What the fuck? She storms up to Jai. What have I said about killing planets?
Nothing.
That's not who we are anymore. I very clearly said it.
Did we ever kill a planet before?
Does that count that?
Look, it falls
That's
in the
like
same.
50 people.
It falls in the same realm as the station that we now probably did blow up. You know,
Alright.
I'm gonna stop saying
No.
allegedly.
Look, this isn't. This has absolutely nothing to do with us. I'm just saying that we have currently 7 planet killer missiles and 15 vials of a zombification virus in our lab right now.
Okay, well, you burn the zombification stuff. I'll take apart the missiles.
No, no, we're not doing that.
Why not?
They may be useful.
Oh, God.
Are you? I'll go burn it then. Jesus
No,
fucking
look.
Christ!
Zoe, listen very carefully. We have multiple vials of a zombie. Wait, did we actually get the zombie details on the one space station decks?
On Nox.
You don't have any detailed information. No. Everything that you've gotten from news reports and other media looks the same, but there's no data to back that up.
All right. And Terracom, the Terracom vials, was that labeled in Trin or some other language?
That was labeled in Trin.
Okay. All right, Zoe. Here's the situation. We have seven missiles with incredible power in our hold right now. Those, at the very least, are potentially useful bargaining tools. And also made of pre-tech components. As for the vials, they're labeled with some company name, Terracom. If you could identify who those people are, we could find out more and find out essentially who else has these things.
You want to go ahead and roll that there, Zoe?
Aliases might be Umbrella Corp.
You're
Yeah.
right. Do I still get the 3d6 for this?
Yes, you do.
Woo! No, I don't want strength.
But it's not
Thank you very
hacking.
much. Oof, and I just rolled terribly. Alright.
I'm not actually on roll visible screen, so did you get a
9.
12?
9.
It's a 9.
Okay.
You could re-roll it though.
I'm gonna save my reroll for taking apart the fucking missiles. No reason. No reason. Yeah, look, dude, no. We're not keeping planet killers and fucking zombification tear gas on the ship. That's crazy. I mean, document it if you want so that you can prove later that it actually existed if you really want to stick it to whatever the corp was.
I hope these don't come with the knowledge to recreate them.
I think so. I think that knowledge is if it's created in the first place, that knowledge is almost certainly already out there.
No, it could have been I mean, this is definitely pre-Scream technology.
Is it?
Yeah.
Or actually, is it?
For the virus, it's impossible to tell. That there's no clear indicators of when it was created.
Mm-hmm. And for the missiles?
Yes, that looks pretty pre-Scream.
All right.
Look, I'm perfectly happy to, sell somebody a gun. Then I'll fuck up maybe like
I'm not saying we're
10 people.
selling them
We're not-
to anyone.
we're not gonna blow up. No, what you want to do is worse. You want to blackmail people with them. That sounds
I'm
great.
saying we should consider it as a possible option.
Okay.
And
okay.
in addition, there are 4 of these that we promised to the Trin.
There ain't no fucking way.
No, that's what I wanted to discuss. That's why I sent you the message. I want you to take apart, do what you can to take out the relevant components of the missile to ensure it doesn't function properly, and then make it look functional.
Why?
So we could give them to the Trin and maintain our side of the deal while not maintaining our side of the deal.
I mean, we could just tell them there was no missiles there.
It's possible, but
Or we could just tell them nothing and never go back.
Yeah, what were we getting from them out of this, anyways? It was
Jai has a
information.
thing for Jai has a thing for him.
yeah, sure, Jai has to think of but no, there was a
No, I
fair deal of information, and then
Yeah,
About
they,
the
guys,
like the tri-neural network stuff, right?
and the QEDs, yeah.
And the QEDs.
yeah, a fair amount of other things
But-
too.
I don't know if the QED information is useful anymore.
No, at this point, the QED is information's probably out.
Still
well,
useful. I mean,
it's useful, but it's not as.
I don't think any of them is
immediately
useful enough to in exchange for 4 planet killers.
Well, that's why I'm saying take out the relevant components, but of the 4 we agreed to trade to them, and just do what you can to make it look.
Quick clarification: they already gave you the QED and the cybernetics
Yeah.
information, and
so
the QED information they gave you has been very important in you using the QEDs.
That's fair.
yeah, look, we owe them,
so they
but we
paid us
don't
up
owe
front.
them planet-killing missiles.
Right.
So what you're saying is they foolishly paid us up front.
Yes, exactly. And they might hold grudges.
But they're also trapped on the planet.
Yeah,
They are trapped on the planet.
except for the one that's with us.
It really
Yeah.
seems like they made a really poor deal then.
They didn't have.
Oh
any
yeah, I'm not
option.
really in. I guess I'm not really part of this conversation, but
No.
I was just trying to clarify out
Um,
of character.
Also, Jai, his old self, really wanted to get in good with them.
yeah, Jai had old Jai had a lot of interest in Trin and things like the Trin. And did want to, he did want to work with them more for things, which,
Because they're
Didn't go
genetically
well.
perfect.
well, no, they're not.
But they are
exactly.
genetically different.
Yeah.
What else is genetically different? Those zombies.
God, please do
Look,
not talk him into using the zombie serum
He's not
on
going
people.
to use it. He wants to study it, and
Mm-hmm. And how do you study
Potential-
something?
well, yeah, and potentially have it on hand,
Yeah, for
Just-
emergencies.
just
Oh
in case.
Fucking God.
Zoe, I'm telling you right now, it's not worth destroying me.
Why has
It's not-
Dexter done this?
It's not worth keeping it. Are you fucking kidding me? You want to sit here with fucking a zombie virus on our ship that could go off at any fucking time?
Well, no, it won't go off at any time. Only if someone were to break the vials.
Oh yeah, and this place is renowned for its great security.
Well,
You might have to hire more security.
yeah.
Oh yeah, let's bring more people into this death trap. Jesus Christ.
Look, listen, Zoe. This is my area of expertise. I'll take care of it. I just do what you can to take the 4 missiles apart and see if you can make them look, functional to a casual inspection if needed. We'll try doing it your way, but I'd rather have them on hand if necessary. I'm fairly sure Nova's at least aware they're here, which
God.
may prove problematic.
I don't think Nova is supposed to familiar the contents, though. Was she?
Yeah, no, she wasn't supposed to know what was in
She
it.
did. I mean, she did have a visual on that, though, didn't she? Because we were giving her a camera feed.
You
Yeah.
guys were having her
Yeah.
translate the things on them, yeah.
But she doesn't know what the missiles were.
Right.
We
She
don't-
doesn't know
That's
what
what
the
I'm
missiles
saying.
are, but she does know they were there.
Unfortunately, we don't know what she doesn't know.
Right.
She hasn't been the best at hiding her feelings and expressions. And nobody so far has gotten any indication that she recognized what you got.
Right.
Show us what
But
you
she
got.
did. She did. I'm saying she did see us pull all those things out of there, though.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, it's that's a consideration. Unless you're saying we should off Nova.
I mean, maybe we should.
QED her.
Well, I was gonna say get her off the ship, but then I realized what was contained in that sentence, and I decided to, not say it.
The Trin, who are not allowed off their jungle death world.
Yep. Look, we fly by, we drop her off, we get the fuck out.
It's a consideration. Just Zoe, please, just deal with those 4. I will take care of everything else. I wanted you informed in this case.
I look directly at him, and I'm like, scan them if you want. Study the scans, but get that shit off my ship.
Okay.
Jai.
Okay.
I want to fucking insight this guy. I'm terrible at it, but I want to know that he knows that I know that he better fucking do it.
All right.
All right. Do you guys just want to do it a normal talk, charisma, and insight wisdom check, or it's between you players? So I leave a lot of the leeway to you.
We can roll if you want, but I'm not actually good at any of those things. But I want to make him know that I'm watching him.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I don't actually.
You guys can talk it out out of character too. I'm fine with that.
It's up to you, Arch. How do you want to deal with this?
Yeah, let's roll for it.
Okay.
What did we say? Notice wisdom.
Yeah, the traditional would be that if Jai is trying to deceive her, he would roll talk charisma, and Zoe would roll notice wisdom. Does she want to use her reroll on that?
No, I'm still saving it for the missile. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I'm actually. You know what? I'm going to re-roll that.
I hope it goes lower. I hope to God it goes lower.
That would be funny. All right, let's see.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
So Jai doesn't appear to be giving off any obvious indications to Zoe that he is being deceptive, whether he is or not.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that she necessarily believes him. It just means that she's not seeing anything obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got you.
Cool.
All right, so I go get Switch and Ivan and Nemesis, and I collect all of the missiles.
You collect the 4 missiles.
I collect all of the missiles.
No. Look.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Zoe knows how many missiles there were.
That's a problem.
Oh, Lord.
I'm sorry. Did you want to blackmail a planet? No? Then fuck off.
So we really need to keep at least a few of these on hand, Zoe.
What?
This is excessive. Look,
What possible use do you have for a planet killer?
Their existence is excessive. You're correct.
All right, I'm going to pause you two at this point because I do want to leave in the opportunity for at least one other character. So I'll ask you two as players first. This is the conversation that's occurring in the lab, right?
Yes. I don't know where he would have told me, but wherever he was is where I went.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Probably more secure area.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, I'm not going to force things, obviously, but do the two of you want Nemesis's input out of character? Like, do the two of you out of character want to involve Nemesis in character?
Out of character, yes, but in character, I don't think that my character would want anybody to know that we have these fucking things.
Wow.
But out of character, I'd fucking love for somebody else to come tell Jai he's being an idiot.
Well, Nemesis
Look.
would agree with you, but just I have a sense
Lulu?
of justice, and planet killers do not fit into a sense of justice.
Are you okay with me
That is-
contriving something that brings Nemesis in, Lulu?
Like Nemesis being nosy.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Like Jai hasn't been bothering me for a while.
No, actually, Nemesis is just finished with
I'll be honest, I really don't like dealing with PC conflicts, but let's go ahead and
Well, if the
That's why we get me in there. We'll vote you down.
if the
Yeah.
PC
No more
conflicts
conflict.
get too frustrating out of character, then I will take us out of character, have you guys talk out of character about the characters, and then let that slide back into resolution.
Look,
I
she's
feel like-
trusting. She's trusting you to take care of that zombie stuff, whether you do or not. Is up to you.
So Nemesis has finished up with her thing. She's just come down from her psych in high, and she's been unable to reach Jai. Because if she was still in the psych in, she didn't realize it was because she was only trying to reach him in his personal quarters for some reason. So you guys are having this discussion, let's say in the captain's quarters, or not the captain's quarters, but the office, the captain's office that's just outside the bridge, and Nemesis walks right in. For some reason, the door didn't lock.
Interesting.
Probably were too preoccupied with the subject at hand.
Yeah, fair enough.
Did I hear planet killer missile?
get out of here, Nemesis.
Ah. I vote no.
Yeah. Generally
isn't-
speaking,
This is not a democracy. I
mean,
assume.
it is. You
Look.
gave them shares. That gives them
Ah.
voting power.
Come on, please stop fighting, Mom. No.
Shush. Zoe,
Ah.
listen. I want you to deal with those four so the Trin don't get their hands on actual planet killers, and we can hand them over if we, and we can still hand over what they requested, sort of, if that should come up. But the 3 we should keep on hand. It's not a good idea to get rid of a possible tool, whatever we need to use it for. I'm not saying we need to
okay.
destroy a planet. I'm just saying.
Sure. Yeah, no, we're just gonna use the planet killers to, open a can of beans.
Or destroy a large object of some sort, or just have them.
Just doesn't really seem necessary.
I think that it is a temptation that does not need to be tempted. Doesn't need to be kept around. It's generally a bad fucking idea. Also, you don't know I'm going to do all of them, so shut up.
I'm sorry. You don't know you're going to destroy all of them?
I think that was
All right.
that was out of
Yeah.
character.
Yeah, that's what I'm at clarifying.
Yeah.
out of
Yeah,
character.
no, you told me to do 4. I said I would.
Okay.
I am
Right.
definitely going to do all of them though, because fuck
That-
that.
Okay. To be clear, Jai is moving the 3 of them.
I think that's where the source of the conflict came from. Is that Arch says that Zoe's going to do all 7 of them, but Lulu is imagining that Jai is keeping 3 of them separate.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And Jai
Okay,
is
then I come back in going, where the fuck are the other 3 missiles?
I've moved them.
Where?
Is it relevant?
Yes, very.
They're not on the ship.
Bullshit. If I have to go get Nemesis and do a fucking sensor check of this entire goddamn ship again, I will.
I assure you, they're not on the ship.
Where else would you put them?
So you already gave them to somebody?
I've done nothing of the sort. I'm not just going to hand them off. I wouldn't have bothered to have you deal with the other 4 if I was.
All right. I go get Nemesis. Let's fucking scan this ship.
I will certainly, in this case, despite the fact that I don't like to get between Zoe and Jai, I heard planet killer missiles. That's all I needed. I'll definitely do what I can to find them.
Would Nemesis stand down if Jai ordered her to?
Nemesis might grow a spine in this case.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm thinking no.
Let me go ahead and draw this back out of character guy for a minute, if you guys don't mind.
Sure. Yeah.
Out of character, Jai is being serious. They're not on the ship.
Well, yeah, I just want you guys to talk.
Fucking do with them. Oh my god.
Talk out of character. What you guys want this outcome to be, because this is not a die roll to see what the result is going to be. This is not a narrative plot point that I need to see the success of for moving things in different directions. This is entirely you created content, and I'm absolutely willing to let this go in whatever direction all 6 players decide should be. So this is, I think everyone has some say in it. Try and keep it non-chaotic, please. But yeah, take 10 minutes and just decide out of character what you want to happen here for the direction that this general plot is going. Does that sound okay to everyone?
I don't know who just.
Sure.
Well, apparently not.
It's like Ford.
Yeah, Nemesis is out. Just tapped out.
No, that
I'm
was
here.
Ford.
Oh, Ford. Yeah, Ford just tapped out.
Oh.
Well, that's...
While we're on the subject, I am pro keeping the missiles.
Whoa.
God, why? This is a terrible idea. Just to be clear, I'm anti
shit.
having missiles around at all. And weapons of mass destruction in general, sort of not my favorite thing.
I think, Jai's more or less explained his reasoning for it. Personally, I'm inclined to sort of agree with my character's reasoning here. I'd rather have a tool than not, even if it is not.
I can see that logic.
Look, I understand where you're coming from, but this is one hell of a tool.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what we'd use it for, but when you have something like this, there always comes a point in which there's a legitimate use for it.
Yeah, exactly. And there should be no legitimate use for a planet killer.
Have you not read Ender's Game? Even when there was a quote-unquote legitimate use, they regretted it.
No, it's not even necessarily destroying a ship, but removing a large asteroid or something crazy like that. It's basically a matter decombobulator, if you want to use that.
Ender's Game is a bad example because the character that used the planet killer was 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. And didn't know what he was doing. Thought he was playing a video game.
No.
Anyway,
they tricked him into it.
And declare to
Look, the fact that I'm going to learn how these things are made while I'm taking them apart worries me. That's how much I don't like these missiles.
Well, we do have some spare QEDs.
Yeah, Except for then other people would be able to access it, and that's even
Ah.
fucking worse.
That's true.
We can always destroy the QED.
Yes, you
Oh,
can.
yeah. Oh, but I wouldn't remember why, and you guys are in charge of that, and I don't trust any of you now.
Exactly.
You
It
can
has
trust
forbidden
Nemesis.
knowledge. Crack.
You could record yourself a message telling you why you erased the last hour or two of your memory.
There we go. There we go. But could I trust myself? Oh God.
That's a question Zoe will have to answer.
Yeah.
The more
Actually,
times
right.
we erase your memories, the better person you'll become.
God, probably true. The next one, I might not be even so self-centered.
Ty, are you around?
Yes, I am indeed.
Did you vote on the thing?
No, I did not.
Oh, it looks like
Only me and you voted on it.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought.
Oh, there's a poll somewhere?
Oh, we had that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
destroy the missiles. Yeah, there we
Yeah, I put a quick reaction poll in just for the numbers. Obviously, that's not going to make the final decision. It just lets you guys know as players approximately where you guys sit.
I mean, I could say like like a whole alien invasion scenario too, where it would be useful, but that's not the way. I don't think that's the way Nemesis would think. So, I'm definitely a destroy the missiles team.
Yeah, remember, I do want to keep this out of character because what I'm going to do is, depending on how you guys decide out of character, I will construct the narrative so that either Jai wins or Zoe wins in this in-character conflict.
The problem is, I don't
it's-
think Ford knows there's a vote going on.
Then he would tie it up if he did. So
Yeah.
Let's see. Do we have everyone else have voted?
Oh, I mean, I voted, but obviously.
All right, let's bring in the Russians. All right, GM vote.
The GM has already voted.
Damn it! You voted for both. Tricky bastard.
It's.
I like how we're all just ignoring the fact that he's totally not gonna destroy the zombie virus either.
Well, that's
no.
We take the victors we can.
Out of character, that's the dumbest thing because, like, the missiles I can think of a legitimate use for.
Yeah.
Out of character, I can think of absolutely no legitimate use for the zombie killer virus, and yet that's the one I'm keeping.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Who didn't vote then? Oh no.
He is typing.
However.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Wait, isn't Nick from Nox?
Um.
Ooh, definitely don't tell him about the zombie virus.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we should destroy that too, but
Oh no!
right now
out
we're
of
discussing
character,
the
I'm
missiles.
pretty sure. Out of character, I'm pretty sure you should destroy the zombie virus too. Again,
But again,
I
Jai
can't
really
think of a
wants that.
legitimate
But
argument
that's-
for that.
I mean, that's like right in Jai's obsession wheelhouse, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Missile.
I can think of a reason to keep it, the zombie virus, but not.
Yeah, if you needed, if
like-
we needed to like prove that they made it, maybe.
It could also be useful for that whole genetic experimentation thing.
Yeah.
You could make a not literally a zombie virus, but something that would kind of buff people up.
Okay. So yeah, you do want to destroy the missiles.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it is a little hard. It's a little harder to choose between the two if you're talking about out of character versus in character.
Yeah, that's why I wanted all
Still
Damn it.
completely
Alright.
out of character. That way, like I said, I can
Wow.
then
Alright.
construct the in-character narrative so that Zoe does find where they're
Okay.
located.
Jai was serious. They aren't on the ship. They're on the Marauder.
Wow.
Which is located on the ship, you dummy.
Not currently.
Where? Wait,
Oh,
you sent the planet-killing missiles down to the planet? Ugh.
No, yeah.
I want a vote of no confidence. This man is an idiot.
You were going to destroy it, and you weren't listening to orders not to. Whatever.
Did Jai get that far as to send the Marauder down to the planet? Or did
Probably
he
not.
just get the missiles loaded there in preparation of doing so?
Probably just got him loaded there.
Okay.
Wait, the real question is, did he do it himself?
No, he probably had.
Okay, so we get all the way through, like, searching, scanning the whole ship, don't find anything, and then Ivan comes up, oh, hey, you guys looking for those missiles? Already got them on the Marauder. Damn it, Ivan.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh dear.
Don't worry, you get to keep your zombie virus.
Yeah.
Additional
Again, out
missiles?
of character. This is like the worst. This is like the opposite of the way I wanted this to go.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, well, wait, wasn't Zoe talking about destroying the zombie virus too? I mean, at least we have the cure.
no, we talked to him about, or I talked to him, and he said that he would do it. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
And you're
And I
trusting him on that one, despite the fact that he wanted to keep the planet destroyed. Well, I mean, I
Well,
guess
no,
I guess that makes sense because you wouldn't think that you would want to keep the zombie virus because
Well,
at least
and
the
he-
missiles you can make an argument to keep
He
it.
also pretty clearly
Yeah.
stated his the missiles. He clearly stated like a reason to keep them.
Yeah. There's good. There are valid reasons to have something destroy large objects.
Look, the Death Star was really just a mining station, obviously.
I will say, depending on how the cure works, I mean, at least we have the cure for it.
Yeah.
So, on one hand, the virus is at least reversible, so at least to a degree.
Ish.
The planet killer would
reversible-ish.
not be reversible at all.
We can reverse the missiles.
Not after they go bang.
Yeah.
All right. I guess the clarification now there, Dex, is can we extract pre-tech components from the missiles?
Yes, there are pre-tech components that can be pulled from the missiles.
Woohoo!
Yay, a
Wait.
win.
Yeah, we get to get rid of the missiles, and we get candy. Woo!
We're getting rewarded for doing presumably the right thing.
Well,
Wait, this means that he has to change the intro back to good people.
I'm still on the fence about that.
Well, this is also going to be the after we do this. This is we're going to find out what we need those to resolve the whatever is going on TMT 77-7.
Yeah, the black ships are gonna come, and we're just like, well, shit. It's
Oh
really
shit!
bad.
That's the one solution to the black ships.
Yep.
Oh my,
Get turned.
dude, these things are probably developed on that planet trying to. Oh no, they didn't know what happened. They didn't know where the black ships came from, so I guess not. Never mind. Like I'll say, it's like as a countermeasure to the black ships. That would be
Amazing.
ironic.
I think it's a little bit late for
Yeah.
for it
Probably.
to. We've already
No
talked
currying
into
votes.
the in character, yeah.
All right.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a little hard to separate in
Now-
character from out of character, but
Let me also throw out there that you guys know where these came from. If you end up in a situation where you're like, well, shit, those missiles would have been perfect right here, you can always go back to either Trinita Shade and ask them if there are more, or Trinita Fade and just search for more.
Yeah, which might take a bit, given it was a
Sure,
top secret military vault, but
sure, yeah.
it doesn't change it.
okay, yeah, well,
This is not a this isn't the King's Quest. You dropped the apple that will let you win the game type situation.
Oh God.
So yeah, Ivan sees that Nemesis and Zoe are furiously searching around for something, and he's not trying to undermine Jai. He absolutely is not trying to undermine Jai, but he just purely innocently asks, "Hey, if you're looking for those missiles that Jai was working on, we just moved them out to the Marauder."
Yeah, because Jai very clearly could not, without making Ivan very suspicious, couldn't just tell him, don't
Right.
tell them.
Yeah.
Hey, don't tell anybody about these world-killing missiles. I mean, perfectly normal missile.
The trade-off to all this, however, is that Jai does know what Zoe's doing.
taking apart all those fucking missiles.
Now
into
let's
little itty bitty bits.
let's potentially reward Xander for having saved up that reroll for so long.
Yeah, by not you're gonna be like, oh no, your fix skill is high enough. You don't have to roll.
Nope. Go ahead and roll int fix.
Woohoo!
Can I help?
If Nemesis wants to help Zoe taking it apart, yeah.
You got any? You got steady hands?
I got
Well,
fix
it'll need to be something other
program,
than
but I have to be
fix.
the other fix. I don't know if I
'Cause-
could use. Obviously, my options would be, or I'd want to do is administer and program, but
I would accept program for the sensory and scanning side of things.
okay. Well, then program it is.
And program is usually used for like the survey scanner, the bioscanner, and all that.
Yeah,
Well, not
Ooh.
bioscanner, but still.
Are you gonna
not by a scanner.
Are you gonna program one of those like holographic displays that like display it right above the missile? What's inside the missile?
Sure.
Oh
Dope.
yeah. Showing the like it shows where your little tweezers are, presumably to disarm it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice.
All right, go ahead and roll
the-
program before Zoe
I'm-
rolls fix.
The blue one.
Yeah.
That is a +1 to Zoe.
Woohoo!
All right, now take this psych in.
Uh,
Oh wait, no, that's the stuff tailored for me.
do I want to use a reroll?
Unless you think there's a use for it later, there's no reason not to.
So if I reroll it, I can pick either of them, right?
Yeah, you can't make your result worse.
Okay, then yeah, let's just add one to that. Try that again. Much fucking better. Thank
Wow.
you very much.
Okay. So,
All the pre-tech stuff.
these missiles contain metaspace and conversion, and you can choose one. I wasn't intending to let you choose, but you rolled high enough to get a component from each of the 7 missiles. And so for the just absolute absurdity of this roll and the help from Nemesis, yeah, you have a split of conversion and metaspace components. And I'll throw this on your screen here.
Yeah, we needed metaspace stuff for our engine, right?
But you also know that you're getting some of that from.
Maybe.
Conversion for the cannons, the individual
Yeah, we-
cannons.
Okay, and it was 1 total out of all 6. Is that what you said?
No,
It
you're
feels
getting
like one
7
each.
total.
Oh,
Yeah, we're getting a lot of parts. There, yeah.
Do we want to do like 4
I
and
want-
3, or
I was thinking like 5 conversion to metaspace.
Let me
That might
double
make more
check what the metaspatial hypercharge cannon requires.
it needs a metaspace and one conversion, 1 metaspace.
Consider this the GM rewarding you for making a really difficult decision.
Woo!
1 conversion, 1 metaspace.
Also, and what do you need a planet cracker for? We got a fucking metaspace gun.
No, sadly we don't, because we need 1 computing, 1 energy conversion, 2 intense
Look,
conversion, 1
or-
metaspace. We
We're
need
getting
a lot.
materials.
closer. We're getting closer.
All right. So what was it again? So I can update the inventory.
Awesome.
Two metaspace and 5 conversion. Right? 'Cause it was conversion that we needed for the small guns, right?
Dex, quick question.
Mhm.
The condenser, what was it we would think that mostly be composed of? Metaspace components?
Metaspace
Usually a
and
bit of everything,
materials.
but Metaspace. Okay, so we get materials there.
Yeah, you
Probably not computing.
you probably think that there's a chance of computing. It's just it's not as
Likely.
yeah, it's not as certain that there will be computing.
Oh, okay,
Right.
and I'd say the drive requires everything but what we get
and-
here.
And one more time, what did you say?
2 metaspace, 5 conversion. Two metaspace, 5
All right.
conversion.
So currently,
Yeah, that seems right.
You know what the best part about this? I'm finally gonna have pre-tech components that I can use to make freaky deaky mods.
All right, so here's what we got so far for pretext salvage. We have 3 metaspace components, 1 materials component, 1 energy amp component, 1 computing component, and 5 conversion components.
You said that's what we have after this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And are you putting that in ship's inventory?
Yes, I modified it a little bit. It should be right under the prototype thermal pistol bit. I'm going to actually bold that.
Do you guys want me to let this pre-tech components handout be editable by you guys so you can keep stuff there, or?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that would
that might
actually.
Yeah, because
Okay.
that's important enough, I think, to warrant it being on its own handout.
Yeah, the space magic. Please let us have the space magic.
Space magic's something different, though.
Look, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic.
Yeah, pretty much. Thanks, Clark.
Okay, where did there? All right, that is now editable by you guys. If you'd like, I will even move it out of the handout section and into your reports section where the inventory is also kept.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Or yes, that would be a good idea. Yes, please.
Yes.
GM, do that for
Yes,
us.
please, sir.
All right.
Trying to think of a nice way of saying please. Yes, that.
There you go. It's right there above the ship inventory.
Cool.
We don't really need a Henry Station shopping could probably be moved somewhere else too. I don't think anyone uses that one anymore because I think anything that was on there is in the inventory now.
Yeah, I can move that to just handouts.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Did you say the pre-tech thing is now moddable?
It should be.
Okay, let me see where that is.
Yeah.
Where is that? Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, reports.
Okay, found it. I'll go ahead and mod that quick.
Okay.
Thank you, Jack.
Man, Jai just always comes up with these problems that need to be debated.
Yeah. The downside is after this, I'm pretty sure Jai is going back to never telling you guys anything.
Oh.
Yeah, he tells us one thing and we're like, overruled, destroy.
There.
We
must destroy this thing that Jai has discovered.
All right. We've got 2 more things here. Thought I had one other. I know that we've still got at the end of the 3rd day. The other thing that I was thinking of was the news, which I just gave to you guys. So at the end of the 3rd day, we've got the meeting with Manny and his group of Unbound. But I would like to have Ford here for that. So, we've got 10 minutes left. Why don't we, instead of doing anything else that might be heavy, like Zoe, talking to Harry and possibly meeting some choir thing, why don't we just have some
Are we about to bond over the fact that we didn't keep a bunch of world-killing, like...
Nope, I'm going to move away from that.
Okay, good.
I'm actually going to put Eve front and center, having come up on a various run in the...
Yeah, employers have been very quiet lately.
Well, actually, okay.
Oh.
The cargo, the ship grade metals would net you 2,520 per ton. Is that a price at which you want to sell them?
I'm sorry, say that again?
2520.
2520?
Per ton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that should be alright. I think.
Times 30, that's 75,600.
Yeah, no, that should, because that's what, 10? Sorry, I'm trying to do the math in my head and completely failing.
It's slightly more than 10. I think it's like 12.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that works. I always
Alright.
enjoy getting a an okay roll with. They're like, yeah, you have a +6 to this.
All right, Zoe, you add 37,800 to your thing.
Can you write it down?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and put everything in the chat.
Yeah, actually, the roll on the 2d6 was a 6, so it is
Yeah.
technically slightly below, but
But we're getting such a good, like they want it so much, and I'm such a good trader that
exactly.
And I'll go ahead and modify the ship inventory myself for this.
Okay. So that lets me lead into Eve has been helping to bring the cargo lighter up and down with the goods, and possibly if you were letting her fly it, even flying the Marauder to different cities that have wanted to do business with Zoe for the ship grade metals, and at the end of some of that, at the end of this second day here, Zoe and Nemesis are just fatigued from this ordeal that they've been through. Emotional for Zoe, intellectual and emotional for both of them. And however else it's affecting them, as they're finishing up or winding down, they see Eve in the galley doing whatever Eve is doing. Eve has also had a bit of a day with flying the cargo lighter up and down, and as I said, and the Marauder if they're allowing her to.
Yeah, once we get the missiles off the Marauder.
Oh, could you imagine? Just like, oh, I thought those were the missiles. Like, oh, where's the Marauder? Oh.
Oh, you mean I wasn't supposed to give that package to them?
Oh God! this right here is why the don't want no missiles. Oh jeez!
Launching missiles.
You realize we were arms dealers.
So what's set the scene for us here, Ty? What is Eve doing in the galley?
Probably after a long day. Probably is surrounded by about 3 or 4 like empty cups, and one that is still full of coffee, and just has like a pad in front of them, and you see them like scrawling away on it, drawing something, but not sure what at the moment. Music probably playing in headphones quite loudly, loud enough to be able to be heard without the headphones.
Wow. I, for one, am glad that it's not Ivan's day off.
Does Ivan get days off?
Yeah, you guys let him go down to the planet for a little bit.
At least one of these days.
Cold cuts. She can't take any more cold cuts.
Ivan being our primary chef. In case Eve was wondering.
Ivan's over there. He sees Nemesis and Zoe come in. Kind of tilts his head, seeing he thinks he recognizes. Holy crap! These two are fatigued, and asks if he'd like a little cinna cake.
Cinna cake.
Cinna cake.
Cinna cake.
I've earned this.
Cinna cake. Cinna cake.
He grins and begins prepping it. He chose that specifically because it only takes like 5 minutes to make.
Hey Ivan,
Yeah.
you got any vodka?
Have heard of recipes for cinna cake that involve vodka.
I didn't want it on the cinna cake. I want put it in a glass so I can drink it.
Are you old enough to drink?
No.
He is
Now give me
pouring
some
glasses.
goddamn vodka. Thank you.
By whose laws, right? I mean, what law do we respect?
the law of I just spent the day doing some hard work and I deserve it.
I mean, plus there's lots of places around Earth that have drinking age of 18, right? Just,
Younger.
Galactic mandate is put it to 21.
Oh, right. I forgot they had that.
Yeah,
We don't
only
care
so,
about them, though.
Only so Android can give me shit. I know what's going on here.
Ivan taps on Eve's shoulder.
What?
Want
Hey.
some cinnamon cake and vodka?
In the coffee? Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Cinnamon cake and the vodka?
Just the vodka.
Or no, wait.
The cake goes in here.
That is where the cake goes.
Nailed it. See, this is why I'm small.
All right, and I'm going to leave it between the three of you for the next couple of minutes as we wrap up.
The music in your headphones, what is it?
You wouldn't like it. It's
You'd be surprised. She has really shitty taste.
yeah, you
I
wouldn't
mean,
like it. And you
okay.
see stuff the headphones into a pocket and like turn the music off.
All right.
It's,
I mean, you didn't have to turn it off. I was just, wondering.
It's it doesn't matter what it is. It's
You want to listen to some of my music?
sure. What is it?
Do
Hit
you
me.
like fight music?
Yeah, are we gonna fight?
No, it's from God, what the hell's the name of that planet?
Ija?
Yeah, it's from Aegis. So they have to fight in order to get their music out. It's fight music.
Sure.
Because on Aegis, they can just kill you.
Where
as
is
long
that?
as long as they can pay the fines.
Is it Winvincible?
Yeah, I fucking play some Winvincible. They're part of the lore now. Like we can't not listen to some Winvincible. Maybe some K-pop, but mostly Winvincible.
What is the name of that planet?
Egio is over here in the Iolos system, and they do produce quite a lot of musical media. Eve may not have heard too much of it on the Nox, but she did hear a lot of music from all over the place, including Egio, while she was on Thurid.
Okay. Oh, heard of it, don't know it. Do you want a coffee? I'm all out of that one.
Sure.
What do you drink?
I
Regular?
knock back the vodka and I give you the glass or mug or whatever. I assume we're not fancy here. We're not drinking our vodka out of shot glasses.
Is drinking vodka out of shot glasses fancy?
Yes.
So,
When the other option
Zoe
is
it
coffee
is.
mugs, yes.
Zoe it is.
Okay. So what coffee do you like? What do you drink?
I don't drink coffee actually, so this will be a fun new experience.
Oh boy.
There is some-
No.
All right, this is gonna be fun then.
I drink regular coffee. I need that caffeine.
Regular. Okay. Look, you'll get
Yeah, Nemesis is not a coffee connoisseur.
There's a lot of like banging and clanging going on,
It's a
and it's a good
Just-
like couple of minutes before she comes back with 3 mugs of what sort of looks like coffee.
It's
Something-
almost but entirely unlike
Yeah.
coffee.
Drink up. It's good. Keep going. You'll never sleep again.
Oh god.
I drink it? Question mark.
I mean,
Am I
that can't
dead?
be-
Am I dead now?
I mean, there's no way you create something deadly in that short of time, right?
I found some vials
Down
and
there?
stuff downstairs.
Oh god, we're all gonna be zombies. You actually see me choke on my fucking coffee.
I don't think Nemesis got that part though. I think Nemesis really just kind of walked in on the planet killer missile thing.
Yeah.
Vials? Did you happen to see what was on the label?
It said like milk substitute.
That's probably safe.
Hey, that's just what you assume it says. It was in foreign characters.
I walk in and say, "Hey, have any of you seen my prototype for the Athena drug?" Can't seem to find it in the lab.
It said milk substitute on it.
Yes, actually.
Is it dangerous?
Which one was the Athena?
You take more
Let me
than
see here.
about half a gram.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's still okay. It'll still involve. You don't have it on the.
Other than that, the effects should be temporary if it's under that amount.
How many grams in a spoonful?
Several.
Grams and a spoonful.
I put the coffee down and I say, thank you. I hate it.
Now here's the question: is it really the drug with anything other than caffeine? Does it at least have caffeine in it?
It's in a lot of caffeine.
Oh, it's a bit stronger than caffeine.
It is strong.
All right. Did you just spike us unknowingly with meth?
I may have done.
It's a bit stronger than that.
Okay, we're gonna really need to put a lock on Jai's drug cabinet.
Or just don't label things milk substitute.
It was actually a bit of a joke on. Let me see. It was a bit of a joke on Lily Grace's part. She thought it would be funny.
Oh,
Really
Jesus.
Well, Lily Grace is getting fired then.
Look, if there's
Why?
one rule in chemistry. There's just one rule.
Clear
Well, two
labeling.
rules. Clear labeling. And eat
I'm
elsewhere.
not sure what's going on. Did one of you see it?
Oh, it's in the coffee.
Ah. In that case, feel free to keep drinking. Let me just sit here.
You want one?
No, definitely not.
And bringing the joke full circle, Lily Grace, having a wicked sense of humor herself, it's just creamer in those.
Oh my god.
Ah! But here's where the placebo effect kicks in.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm as high as a kite.
Drink up. Yam thing.
Oh my god.
Good.